How's it going, everybody? I'm Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and we are back with some Everlast role-playing game. Very happy
Woohoo!
to be here with you all. It's been a couple of weeks. It's actually nice being able every 2 weeks for the past long time. I guess month and some. We've been able to keep consistent on trudging through this dungeon. So that's always good. We are joined by three of our players today. Two of them, with the holidays coming up, things might get a little bit crazy and hectic, but two of them are not going to be here today. So Thordane will be played by Dane, and Belbin will be played by Max today. So
Ooh, this is gonna
um,
be rough.
it's gonna be great. No worries. But yeah, why don't we go ahead and just jump into character introductions, starting with Zill.
Hello, my name is Max. I will be playing Zill, the resident tank who is sitting at, let's see, roughly half health at the moment, and still has almost as much as Belbin's max HP. So that's happening, which is great. Afraid of the water, but he's getting over it. Really afraid of sharks, especially after last
But he's getting
battle.
over it.
Well, I don't know about that one. He's a little traumatized after being in the mouth
Yeah, that's
of
true. I
a
get that.
shark. But here we are.
Here we are. Absolutely. Our next player is Luxalia.
Woo! Hi everyone. I am Cole, and I play Luxalia of the Silverwood. And yes, I do use that voice. And yes, Luxalia is female. And yes, I am male. And she heals people and loves Everlast Jesus. Just kidding.
Alomnia.
Alomnia. There's no Everlast Jesus.
Everlast Jesus.
Yeah, she loves Alomnia and Amaterasu. Or that's the same thing. Wait, no, it's not. Amaterasu. Yeah. Does Amaterasu have a normal name? Or
uh,
just the kanji name?
yeah, yes, technically she does, but she is a guardian, so she's like the equivalent of like a saint.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just.
Yeah. So not
Yeah.
Alomnia, but holy lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. She loves her too. Obviously, Koto Amatsukami is the one
The
that is
OG.
the common name for Alomnia. We're getting too much into the lore. That's what I do. I heal people, they don't die. Moving on.
But how are you doing on your healing right now?
Oh, people aren't dead.
That's
So that's pretty good.
pretty
And
good.
I have like 4 more healing spells.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
you know,
Use them
try to keep
sparingly.
people not dead. Yeah.
Spare the dying.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
It's good.
I got some tricks up my sleeve, so. Yeah.
The next character we have is Belbin, who Belbin is the physical DPS. He is a Glyvan from the Roku Horn. He is the grumpy old man of the group, typically played by Connor, but as I had mentioned, he is not here today. Belbin mostly deals with things with his fists. He likes to take strange things for his collections, whether it's shark fins or bear heads or spines of creatures, but that's just him. Sometimes when you get old like that, you need a hobby. Um, and yeah, that's Belbin. And Thordane, he is the elf. He is an intellect of the group, at least as far as we still know. He is a man of science, but he is a wood elf from the woodland realm in Everlast, and he's very adept at basically hunting, tracking, all the things that you need essentially to be able to survive the wilds of the world. And being part of this party, he shoots things with his bows, he smacks things with a sword, but he is also, we tend to forget this, I think, a support character. So he's got a lot of support utility stuff that he can use to help the party as well. And finally, we have Yuki.
Hello, everyone. I am Forged, or Dave here at Fantasy Forge Studios. I play the character Mistletoe Yuki. She is a silver dragon, which is one of the dragon-esque races of Everlast from the far north. She is a bard, but she's a DPS bard. She's a blade dancer bard. Which is pretty cool. So she is a bard and does instrument things, but she's mainly attacks, and she uses 2 broadswords. And she's pretty cool. She does some things. She's a little bit supporty, a little more than just a straight DPS. But yeah, she was happy to fight a big shark last session and that no one died, even though we're not all looking super great right now. But we survived, and that's what matters.
Luxalia looks. She's never looked better.
Same with Thordain. His hair is coiffed.
Pristine.
Actually, let me double check to see what King Farron is on his hit points, because I think he's pretty.
He's also hurting.
He has 124 total hit points, and he's sitting.
Why is he so thick?
Yeah, he's a king, bro. Yeah, no, he's sweet, but he's got 124 hit points, and he's sitting pretty at 60 right now. So.
At half health. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But by the way, PSA as well. So we do have ads on the channel. However, for our tabletop RPG streams, I will be turning ads off because that definitely takes away from the storytelling element of it. So anyone who is a player and or Kyle, remind me before every stream to take them off, because I just took them off. So
Hey,
hopefully you don't have ads.
Take 'em
You get the
off.
pre-roll ads, but aside from that, you don't get the other ads, hopefully. So just remind me, just because I know that normal streams, it's fine. You can kind of ebb and flow with it. But for our tabletop RPGs,
Yeah,
it's a little
let's
tough
be
if
honest.
you get
when
3
Cole,
minutes
Dave,
of
and I are
ads just
playing
in the
video
middle of it.
games, no one cares.
Yeah.
They're just
Okay.
like, what's going on? It's okay. If they really care, subscribe. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But yes, I would agree with that. The tabletop RPGs are kind of important. It's like, well, what did I miss? What did I miss? When you jump back in, especially 3 minutes of ads, it's tough.
Well, luckily, you can just go and watch the YouTube video that goes up.
True. Yeah, absolutely.
Afterwards. However, as well, if you really are just concerned about ads, if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free sub to use every single month. Is all I have to say about that. That way, you never have to worry about ads. But that being said, you don't have to worry about them for the tabletop RPGs. So,
I'm just saying. I bet teachers wish they had a free sub every month.
That's true.
do you not
Just
get one,
saying.
Max? You don't
Not a
get free
sub
Prime,
every month.
No,
and I appreciate that.
Like a
the
substitute teacher.
Substitute teacher.
I
That too.
My parents get a free sub every month that they don't watch Twitch, so I'm like, can I use it for Fantasy Forge?
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Recruiting the parents to use. I like it.
Good.
There you go. Kyle, how about you?
Hi,
Who are you?
I'm Kyle. I am the Fate Weaver, the creator of this world, this game, and everything. It is a pleasure to be able to lead all of these players through the story up until this point, playing both with and against them to see, but most importantly, narrating their impact on the world of Everlast and what they're able to do. It's a joy and it's a pleasure of mine, especially as we're trudging through this dungeon. It's fun to throw stuff at them, like big sharks and like things, and this party being the party that it is. Well, you guys are pretty damaged, I guess, so I did my job. Yeah, just kind of like making sure that keeping things balanced. Again, things are still in some of like the play testing, at least for like some of these like combat mechanics and everything, and so bear with us with that. But with that being the case, with this being a game that is currently still in the makings, Fantasy Forge Studios and Kyle LaFonte, myself, own all copyrights in the text, images, videos, audio, graphics, story, gameplay mechanics, and all intellectual properties involved with the creation of Everlast and in this game. You may use them for your own homebrew world and the stuff that you're doing with that, but do not take it and sell it as your own. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into some Everlast role-playing game, Adventures of Eclaas Eeas. We feels like we've been in this dungeon for a while, which we have, but we'll see how much longer we are in here as the group is taking care of a lot of the threats. I was actually talking with Dane right before the stream, and he's just like, I'm like, yeah, I feel like it's been combat after combat after combat, and Dane's like, yeah, it makes sense. The more things you kill, the less things we're gonna have to kill later, and I'm like, that's probably true. So, with that being the case, let's go ahead and jump into some recap. So Eclaas Eeas, they are a group of adventurers from all over Everlast. They ended up meeting in the Subterran and also in Helix, and they have made their adventures through the Great Peninsula all the way to the Inland Sea, where they decided to take vacation at Aishan Island. A number of things happened. They defeated a sorcerer. They witnessed a fireworks festival. They got a ship. They met the king of Flomberge, which is the Draken settlement that's there, and they have been tasked with the duty of tracking down and assembling the Council of the Keys, which one of the members being King Farrand. They decided to travel all the way north up the Inlet Strait to Feshenfey, where the Feshenfey elves, the Sea Elves, live, and upon their arrival there, King Farrand essentially informed them of the news that he would love to come, except he's got more pressing matters. His daughter has been stolen by the evil Krakora, a undersea dwelling civilization of creatures that have, within recent memory, started to gain more sentience from their previous bestial lineages. And they have been actively seeking to take over basically the waters around Feshenfey, and they've been constantly at odds with the Feshenfey elves, who are charged with defending the area. And so, with that being the case, they stole Princess Mila and took her down to the depths of Talei, their stronghold, and under the sea, subterranean mountain dwelling town that's very ancient. And so, led by King Farrand, the group Eclaas Eeas went down to go into this dungeon to try to rescue her. To which, as they had seen, and if you have been watching previous episodes, you'll notice that this place is not super easy to navigate around, as it's mostly soot lair, and there are Krakora, and there was a giant shark that was down there, but they've solved ice puzzles. They figured out the mechanics to try to open a door by getting these key shards. They have, up until this point, collected 3 of the 5 of them, and they are quickly trying to collect the rest of them so that they can access whatever is hidden behind the door. They have fought Krakora, these weird mutant-looking Krakora things, and most importantly, up to this point, they also faced down Vengrath, basically a ancient shark creature that actually was mentioned last time, that upon investigation of the body, that this thing looks old and it looks ancient, but it's most likely been living here for the entirety of its existence. And so the fact that you were able to take down the savage beast as a group, not completely unscathed, some of you completely unscathed, but the fact that you're able to take down this giant brute is a testament to the prowess and strength of Eclaas Eeas. And with that, Eclaas Eeas, they decided to basically put their eyes towards maybe some of the other buildings that would be of use, but upon peeking her head up above the soot lair, Luxalia noticed that there were a number of Krakora that, seeing that Vengrath is no longer up top, swirling around, have started swimming freely up above the soot lair, and they had discovered her. However, with some very quick thinking, they were able to take the fin of Vengrath and basically move it along the top of the soot lair like Vengrath is moving, which worked beautifully to deter the Krakora from coming and attempting to chomp down on them. Which brings us to the question, players, where are you planning to go? So there were the 3 places that looked to be of importance, of prominence. One in the far, far off distance, it looked like to be a rundown, ruined Colosseum. There was a one that clearly has like the spires of like an old chapel, and then another larger building that you're unable to quite make out what it is, but it definitely stands out prominent among the buildings that you see.
Well, above game though, we did decide before we fought Ben Grath and Belbin gave us away that we were going towards the chapel-looking area, but then
Yeah.
Belbin stuck his head up and that happened. However, I think at the end of last session we said we were going towards the Colosseum. So which one are we doing?
I thought we were going toward the cathedral chapel thing, and
I'm
then
good with that.
they saw them, and then we used the dorsal fin to like scare away the Kokora that were coming at us.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we're still going towards the cathedral?
Here's my question. And I mean, here's my question. Luxalia is going to look for the main place where we need to put the keys in. Because there's a beacon there, right?
There is.
See that?
So there are a few actual beacons that have been lit. If you remember, there was one at the Ice Palace area that upon the completion of the puzzle, it fell out, and a statue out in front erupted a beacon there. There was one at the door, which you were able to unlock, which into the sky, and then the third one that you were able to get was actually the statue at the center of town. It was a market square where you were able to get one of the shards off of the guards.
Cool.
That's right.
Which of the three options is closest to our final destination?
The one that's closest to the final destination is going to be the kind of random looking building. The one that you're unsure of what it is. It's just a big building.
Right.
Then it pretty much goes in this order from closeness. So the closest one to your proximity, but also to the final destination area, is going to be that random building. The other one, the next one, and it's actually this one is on the far west side of town, is the cathedral, and then basically directly north at the very far end that way is going to be the Colosseum. So,
Well, I thought we were going towards the cathedral, so I'm fine with that if everyone else is.
Oh,
all right.
like do a path that went from furthest away to closest to the final destination, you know? Know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But
That's true.
if we have to go to the
Which was the
cathedral to
furthest-
get to the Colosseum, then let's just do that.
Probably the furthest
Yeah,
one
that's
is the Colosseum, but the cathedral is almost equally as far.
Well, let's knock out two birds with one stone, I guess.
Yeah.
Off we go. How are you doing, Zill, by the way? I know you're not super happy to be down here.
We're getting closer. I think I'll be okay.
Okay. Glad to hear, buddy.
We're still
And while this
we're
is
still
going
moving.
True. Yuki is going to use her crystalline cure on herself. She's not feeling great. And Thordane's actually, as we're traveling, going to prepare one of his salves using his natural utility skill for Belbin to heal up. So there's a D4 plus knowledge. So let me do that really quick.
So
Bam.
as you make your way towards the cathedral, you're swimming relatively slowly. I'm actually going to have Zill make a focus skill check for me.
You got this. I
What
believe
if
in you.
what if we don't? What if we don't? 7.
7. That's not too bad. As you're swimming around, well, I guess my question to you is, what is your guys' marching order?
Well, Zill's in front, right?
Probably.
He's always in front. He's always in front. Yuki will bring up the back as he's, and I guess technically, yeah, she's healing herself. Thordane and Belbin would be close together since they're healing each other. So.
King Ferrand and I are in the middle with the shark fin.
6 HP to Belbin. Is that what happened?
Yep.
And with that, as you traverse in the general direction of the cathedral, you're able to see not much below you, but you're able to kind of peek your eyes up above the soot lair. And Zil, you've noticed probably at this point, the Krikora probably numbering. You don't see any of the mutant-looking creatures, but as far as Krikora go, you see probably a solid 20 to 30 of them have made their way up and are circling around, relatively confused. However, every time that they look and they catch a vision of the fin that's coming through, they immediately scatter in every direction. They're definitely quite fearful of Vengrath as a creature. They might have used him for its utility, but generally speaking, he was the big baddie that was around here.
I relay that information to everyone else.
And Yuki says, relatively speaking, if they're so afraid of Vengrath, if we show that we were the ones who killed Vengrath, does that mean they'll be even more afraid of us?
Ooh.
Probably not.
Such true. Yeah,
The
we're
cell
not as
looks
intimidating
kind of
looking.
squishy. I'm not gonna lie.
But King Farron,
Hey!
King Farron
What's
turns
that
around
about?
and says, and if they find out that I'm here as well, there's nothing that they're going to do to be able to resist their attacks. If I've learned anything about the Krikora's creatures, yes, they might be bestial and their intelligence not super high. They are absolutely subservient to their master Thralaka, who, as king of the Krikora race, I have the highest bounty on my head.
Nice.
Then why are you down here? I feel like that's dangerous.
I'm
for
down
you.
here to search for my daughter. I don't trust
That's
that
true.
to be in the hands of anybody else. Clearly, you're all quite strong, indeed, but
Thanks.
I would like to see her for myself and do what I can.
What
to
was
be
the
able to
guy's
bring-
name?
Plus, I've never seen her, so like,
Who?
I wouldn't know who she
Krikora leader.
is, even if we found her.
Thralaka.
I guess that's true, Luxalia.
Indeed, indeed. These are such important matters, and especially if I'm going to be assisting you later on. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Oh,
I like to hear that.
Okay.
Off we go then, I guess. Is it uncommon for the shark to be below the soot layer? Wouldn't that be suspicious?
Make a wisdom skill check for me.
Oh my gosh.
sharks like.
I mean,
those
obviously
blue-
that's a natural 16 to start, so
Sweet.
wisdom, so that's 19.
19.
Yeah.
Chances are it doesn't typically go below the soot layer, as the whole time that you've been here, it's been above. But based off of the reactions of the Krikora, they're probably not thinking at all, like, why is it below the soot layer? Like, it's just terrified of this creature. So,
Maybe it's attacking other people. It went below the soot layer to attack us.
That's true. That's
So, yeah.
true. It's a bottom feeder. I like it.
Only when it has to be.
as you make your way, this is actually pretty decently far distance. Fortunately, you don't have to make any stealth checks or anything because every creature that's able to see you is running. However, this is quite a long swim, meaning I'm going to have all of you together make physical skill checks as you are swimming through this in order to just keep a general just your strength up. The dice tower I missed.
That's a 15 for Yuki and a natural 1 for Thordane. Sorry, guys. For a total of 2.
Wait, just straight strength,
Physical.
physical. I
11
At
for
16.
Zil. 22 for Belbin.
And what was that? Looks like.
at 16 for an 18.
Wow. Yeah, all of you are doing very, very good. In fact, it's almost like you've gotten completely used to the water. However, Between Thordane doing what he can to patch up, Belbin preparing salves and all that kind of stuff, he is struggling to keep up and actually finally starting to realize, I don't like the water. But he is struggling to keep up, mostly with your help at the rear, Yuki. But he gains 1 point of weariness.
Ugh.
Sorry, guys. Where do I mark that? Oh, yeah, there we go. I got you. So what does he
Brutal.
do? He gains struggle on all skill checks and weapon attack hit roll. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Well, to each their own.
To each their own. And so with that, you eventually, probably after about 20-25 minutes of just swimming out in the open, you eventually make your way towards the cathedral. The cathedral's much more impressive than even at the distance, and it seems relatively intact. The windows from the outside you observe are not broken or chipped in any way. This looks to be very decently made craftsmanship, and there doesn't seem to be any holes in the roof or sides. And out in front of this cathedral area, there is a small courtyard. Off to the left, there is a cemetery that still actually has standing in it what look to be kind of preserved trees still in there, and then a statue that's in the middle of a creature sitting on a throne. It's not as tall as the other statues that you've seen. This is just basically like probably erects about 7 feet tall, just in total.
Would Thordane happen to know who this figure is?
Have him
creature.
make a knowledge skill check for me. With
And in
struggles,
struggles
so it's
at a
-2
minus
to the roll.
2 to the roll. Okay.
Oof.
Okay, that's not too bad. 14 minus 2, 12. And what was it, a wisdom?
No, knowledge.
Knowledge. That's the same. 15 total.
15. Yes. So Thordane is familiar with this figure based off of what he knows of the past. This most likely is the High King of the First Age of Ashalinthil. It is Morphway. He was a terror, and it's very clear with just his general features. He has basically these elvish ears. One of the things that Thordane also mentions to all of you as well is the fact that Morphway was the very first of the Dark Elves. He was a terrible creature who basically usurped the throne of Ashalinthil and ended up in his basically practice of voided magic being corrupted. And that's what created kind of the dark elf culture of elves. And so he was wicked and he was evil, and for a large chunk of the First Age, he spent his time and his power to spread his evil will amongst Ashalinthil. And with this being in the Inland Strait, it would make sense that this would be one of the places that was subjugated under the King Morphway. So most likely this is that.
So does that mean this is a...
Luke Sol.
Oh, go ahead.
Can Luxolia tell if this place is of spiritual or holy origin?
Based off of the context, you're not super familiar with Ashalinthil architecture. But yeah, I will have you make a focus skill check for me.
Not faith, so I can use my knowledge knower of secrets feat,
So this
which gives
is
me
a faith-
emboldened
this
on
is a faith
faith-based
skill.
checks to determine if a...
This is a faith-based, so focus and piety are faith-based skills.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. And you said focus?
Yep.
Nice. 7.
7.
Not good.
From what you can tell, the origins of this cathedral seem to be what you've read as a temple dedicated to, or a cathedral dedicated to the worship of Alomnia. At least from what you can tell. You can't like sense any kind of like energies of any kind coming off of it, whether it's mana or voidin. And Zill, you are not getting any Peter Tingles either from this place either.
Follow-up question. Does Luxalia know enough about architecture to know an entrance of this cathedral?
Oh yeah, they're like as you made your way into like, the courtyard, there are 2 double doors that actually aren't completely closed. One of them is slightly swung open, enough for maybe like a small creature to squeeze through, but not for like any like large creature to just like enter at will. So yeah, you do know enough about architecture to notice a door when you see it.
Not a jar.
Neat.
I'm hoping it's a jar. A little bit.
Guys, there's a door, and it's slightly ajar.
I don't know how that's even possible.
You know,
How can a door be
a
ajar?
Sometimes it's a jar.
Can you put jam in it?
You could a door jam.
You got me there, Luxalia. You got me there. I guess, what should we do? Should we swim down? What do we do?
Yeah.
Shark goes beneath.
Yep, lead the way, Zill.
Doggy paddle.
I just picture with Zill and like all of his like super heavy armor. It's like in Zelda where you have like the ability to like go from like doing this to just like sinking.
And also,
as soon as you stop treading water, you just begin.
It's not like he ever knew how to swim in the first place.
There you go. It's like throwing a baby in the deep end. They learn to float, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you eventually do descend to the ocean floor. And you're able to look around just this general courtyard area, and this place looks old, and most of the buildings around are ruined. The architecture is impeccable. This seems to be probably one of the buildings that meant the most to the ancient civilization that this belongs to. Hence how it's been able to stand the test of time. Plus, it's been under the water, relatively preserved. The one thing that you have noticed outside of the tunnels is there's not like a ton of water movement per se. So erosion has worked very little on this specific stone edifice. But you make your way up to the door. Do you want to do anything before entering?
Well, Yuki, how close is this figure statue of Wharfway? How close?
So it's standing like right outside of kind of like in a main like little kind of courtyard like outside of the front. So if you're facing,
it's not a grave, it's a statue.
Basically, if you're facing west, on the or if you're facing east, east. On the most western edge of this building are the doors, and then it goes basically all the way back eastward. To the north in the courtyard, you have directly in the center, you have the statue of King Morphway, and then up north is is the little cemetery, and then basically west and south are basically like 2 paths that lead into the city itself. And so yeah, it's probably...
So it's not a grave, it's a statue.
No, it's a statue. It's not in the graveyard.
Okay. Never mind. Okay. That was my thought. That was all I had.
Okay.
Nice. Hey Belbin, do you wanna check this entrance for traps? It seems a little suspicious. It's slightly ajar.
You sure you want Max rolling for that?
No, I want. Oh, yeah.
Now you got this. We believe in you.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna have you make a as you approach. I'm gonna have you make a stealth check for me, Belbin.
And it literally landed with an edge up in the corner.
Yeah.
Ooh. Am I in darkness?
Yeah, you're in darkness.
18.
18, you sneak up to the door, and Belbin, you don't notice that there is anything out of the ordinary. You basically take what looks to be like one of the daggers from your belt, and you're able to kind of like draw it up and down the surface to see if there's any wires or anything that could be set as a trap. This door is not trapped from what you can tell, but as you investigate the kind of bottom part of the door, it seems that this door itself has been like this for a long time. There's a decent amount of sediment buildup on either side of it, so it doesn't look like it's been moved recently.
Okay. I communicate the information. Well, Belbin communicates the information to everybody else.
Do you think we would all fit through that, or do we need to open the door more?
I can
Probably
donkey kick
Belbin and Luxalia might be able to fit through. Zil without
Belbin-
armor might be able to, but definitely Yuki, Thordane, and King Farron would not be able to.
We're all thick. We're
Cookie.
super thick.
Belbin looks around just
Lay
like,
off the cookies.
y'all need to eat less, or this ain't gonna work.
Well, how do you
What is
think
this
I'm gonna
Belbin
have the
place?
keep up with
I
the
like it.
physical strength that I have? And Yuki goes over to the door and like tests it to see if there's any way she could donkey kick it open.
So it's swung out open in your direction. So
Yeah. If she could like get her angle her way and kick it outwards.
I feel like if you could do that, you could just shimmy your way in.
Well, she's still going to look. Maybe she'll swim to like the top of the doorway and like use like an outward kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Make a physical skill check at despair. So disadvantage.
Who never exactly said she was the smartest.
Yeah.
Well, you know, she's
Luxalia's gonna look around for like a pole or some sort of like fulcrum crowbar
12.
situation.
There actually is not a lot of metal down here, believe it or not. Pretty much everything is stone. You can find a couple of rocks that might be able to help, but yeah. Yuki, as you put your back against this door at the top, you give it a mighty kick, and it moves about 2 or 3 inches.
Oh, that's pretty good though. That's pretty good though. Maybe if some other people help me, we could move it 5 inches, and maybe 6 inches, maybe 7.
I think you could fit now. Just try to shimmy in there.
You know, I think that maybe you and Belbin should just take care of it. We'll wait. We'll wait.
Okay,
Out
if he
here?
dies, it's on you.
Well, the healer's going with, so you know, should
Yeah, I
be
know.
okay.
If I die, it's on you.
Well, I'm trying to open this gosh darn door.
Shit. Hey, maybe you could use one of your swords and like jam it in there and like push it. You know?
At
Yuki
this point,
will look
probably
into
the door is probably open about 14 inches total at this point.
Well, Yuki's going to look in her
So, like-
bag of gluefishness and
Nice.
see if she has anything to do. I have an ash staff. So I'm going to take out the ash staff and kind of use it as a pry bar, I guess.
Is that my ash staff?
No, it's my ash staff.
How rude.
I
Wait,
have-
is ash like high level?
it's
Nah, it's
earth
common.
type. It's
Oh.
earth type ash staff.
There you go.
Yes.
You do so. I'm gonna have you make just a regular physical skill check for me.
Sounds good. That's 14.
14. You're able to, with a little bit of time, pry it open enough for everybody to be able to sneak in, if they wish to do so. So it's probably at this point about 2.5 feet open. So you'd like doubled it.
Nice.
Nice.
Luxali, do you want this, by the way? I was going to use it before, but I'm not very proficient with such things.
Oh,
It's-
FYI,
it's-
it loses as you do that.
Yeah. Oh.
6 points of durability.
Oh!
It's looking a little worse for wear. I think Gloof can hold on to it a little longer.
But it does earth damage. It's quite nice.
You
is
swear, Luxalia. As you say that, you see an eye from Yuki's back go.
Oh. Gloof, are you alive?
Kinda, sorta. He gulps.
Is the eye from her back Gloof, or is it a different eye?
It's Gloof.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is there some sort of creepy enemy that's about to like come out of her back?
Just
Oh no. Oh, Gloof. Yeah, wait. Is this like the same kind of staff that I use?
Yeah.
What the? Why have we been hiding this from me this whole time?
I thought I was gonna use it as like a martial artist in the past. Then I realized it was a magic staff, and then I forgot about it once I threw it in Gloof's face.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. So it's an ash staff earth is what it's
Okay.
called.
Guys, I can actually like use that down here with proficiency.
Woo!
That's what I'm saying. You might as well use it. It's got 14 durability left. So
I put that in inventory, right?
perfect. Sweet. By the way, Cole, as far as the charges that you've got with your staves, the newest update of the game is it uses your mana total. And so, basically, how much mana you have is how many times you can shoot with your staff. And that's all of your staffs combined. So whether it's your, like, each one doesn't have its own now. It's just, like, it uses your mana, like, mana stores for that. So,
Sounds good.
sweet.
I'll have to figure out how many times I've used it in this dungeon so
It's okay.
far.
It's okay. No worries. With that, the door is open enough for all of you to be able to enter.
Yuki shimmies in like she can barely fit, and she's like, I just need to lay off the cookies, don't I? And shimmies her way in.
Yep.
As you, upon entering, you notice that it's pretty dark, but there's this ethereal glow from 8 like stained glass windows that line 4 on each side, going towards the very eastern end of this building. And so you see kind of like almost like this like weird like ethereal blue lights. Even though like you're on the outside, when you were on the outside of the building, it doesn't seem that there was like any light coming from any specific direction. But as you enter inside, you do notice that there's this light coming through the windows, almost kind of like a moonlight coming in through the windows into this space. And it's not, as you enter, it's not also murky as well. So it's pretty clear water inside.
Is this like temple time status on the inside here?
You have no way of knowing until you investigate.
Is there gems that one that's blue and one that's green and one that's red sitting on an altar in
From
front of some
first
closed
investigation, no.
doors? Okay. All right. I was just curious. It seemed too good to be true. Yuki's gonna investigate, see what she sees.
Is everybody else following suit? Coming
Yes.
in. Perfect. Oh. All right. And so as you do so, you notice the same stuff. I'm gonna have the 3 of you make focus skill checks for me.
Oh no. I have to roll a dice.
Focus. That is good though, so it's okay. I got this. Yuki's perceptive today.
10.
Still
doesn't got this. 8.
I'll do you 10 better, 18.
Oh my goodness.
It's good.
And looks
Rude.
like
10.
10. So you all do notice a few kind of different things in here. This place, all the stuff that's in here is pretty preserved. Zil, what you notice, along with kind of what everyone else does, is there's stuff that is basically been taken off the walls. It looks like just yesterday this place was like undecorated per se. Like there's murals and paintings that have been lifted off the walls and placed gently on the floors. The only things that make it look old is the fact that there's some kind of like seashell growth that has made its way, and like corals that have made its way growing up the walls in certain places. But you do notice that this clearly couldn't have been from yesterday, considering the state of the door from earlier. unless something really small was trying to squeeze through. Based off the Krokora sizes, Krokora most likely have not been in here. Luxalia, one of the things that you notice, in addition to this kind of interesting area, is there are 2 altars. There's one at the far end, and it's on kind of like a raised position. Think of kind of like your typical like Catholic cathedral. There's like an altar like towards like the far back area, and there is also a what looks to be kind of like this circular. It's actually technically octagonal altar that's in the middle, and this one doesn't have like any space underneath. It's basically like this pedestal altar that's in the middle, and one of the things that is specifically disturbing about this altar is it has an icon suspended over the top of it by chains from the ceiling of an interesting creature. Essentially, this one has it has the head of a lion and the body of a bat. Yeah, it's real weird. You've never seen this before, most likely.
Oh my! That seems demonic. Can
Do you think?
Talia tell if that's demonic or not?
Go ahead and make a focus skill check for me. And this is with your religious check too.
Do pictures of the void set off Zill's Peter Tinkle?
No, actually.
Okay. But Zill does pipe up. Do you think there's a secret entrance?
Well, I could try to donkey kick the picture if you want me to.
That is not what I said, Yuki.
Oh,
Yeah, suit yourself.
Okay. This thing definitely looks not of this world. If this is a icon, you have no idea if it's voidin in make or description, but this thing definitely looks like pagan. Which voidin, I guess, kind of, but pagan.
yes.
Which actually the Goliaths are quite familiar with, because before the Goliaths exodus into Everlast, they actually celebrated pagan worship as well. So this would be something that you're familiar with. Obviously, you're not old enough to have done all of that, but this is something that your culture has done for quite a long time.
Silly Glyven.
Well, seeing that, the fire of love of Alamnia gets boiled up in her veins, and she goes and starts to take it down.
Okay, you
She says,
switch.
"I'm sorry, Alamnia. They've desecrated your temple."
Try to donkey kick it.
You swim up to it, and with it being suspended, you see that these the chains themselves are about the only metal structures in this area, with the exception of maybe some like sconces or torches were originally, and then some like chandeliers, like that. Those ones are not actually. You notice that nothing is rusted, but you see this like bat kind of figure. And first thing, and actually, as you look close, make a wisdom skill check for me.
I'll do it. I rolled 3 7s in a row. Do I get a jackpot? Oh, 10.
Should.
10.
10. Yeah, you investigate it, and you can tell that this is made of completely stone. And as you look closer, specifically at the head, it has actually kind of like these spiraled horns that come out kind of towards the back of it as well. So it's like a mixture between like a lion, a ram, and a bat. So like a bat body, lion head, and but you have no idea like what kind of worship this is.
What is this, out of the Book of Daniel or something?
It's pretty.
I gotta laugh.
Go ahead and make a physical skill check as you attempt to dismantle this.
All right.
Zill has a very weird question.
Mm-hmm.
What's a donkey?
It's referred to in the colloquial terms as, maybe you've heard this one, an ass.
I mean,
Belbin's like, it's a booty.
never about an animal.
No.
Wait.
Belbin, get your head out of the gutter. It is
How-
a
how
mixture
does
between
a-
a horse and a mule. They have a kid and it creates a donkey. They're hardier, they're stockier. They got more power behind them. They're work
Okay.
animals.
I've been confused this whole time since we've left Helix.
There's
But I've been
also-
too scared to ask.
There's also a knight, and his first name is Donkey, and his last name is Hote.
I thought he was a penguin, not a knight.
Oh,
Kyle gets that.
What?
There's a very famous store chain here in Japan called Don Quixote, and it's like a penguin with like a Santa hat is like the.
Yeah, that's great.
Interesting.
That was a deep dive joke right there.
Deep cuts. Deep cuts only. No hits.
So
Sorry, what was that, Luxalia, for your physical skill check?
17.
17. You begin to shake and dismantle, and you're able to first rip one of the chains off, and eventually, with a little bit of prying, you're able to rip another chain off. It doesn't look rusted, but it's definitely rusted. This thing falls down on top of the altar, and
No, I try to get it away from the altar.
okay,
Push it
yeah.
away.
You push it away, and it falls kind of, not gently, but it kind of slowly falls down. And as it impacts the ground, it splits directly up the middle, and so like all the way up through the top. And out of its mouth comes what looks to be probably a solid, like, this shape. A stone tablet drops out of the maw of the lion.
Wow. Is that one of the keys we need?
It looks to be chipped around the edges in the corner. No, this is clearly different from. This is stone. This
Oh.
is
Right.
so.
I pointed out to the group. What the heck?
Thornton's
you
like,
think?
I got this.
Yeah.
Zill takes one look at it. He's like, metal's my specialty.
Metal is my.
It's some sort of pad.
Yeah, Thordain's gonna take it and he's gonna hold it like this. He's gonna shake it a couple times, and then he's gonna squint at it, and then he's gonna be like, yes. And then what do I roll?
First and foremost, what languages does Thordain know?
Thordain's sick. He knows Everspeech, Estria, and Fell speech.
Wow.
This is written in the Estria tongue.
Which is Elvish. That's pretty
Hey,
cool.
he knows that.
He is Elvish.
And with that, what was his role? Make a knowledge skill check. for me.
What I need? Knowledge? -2. I forgot about. Gosh darn it! Freaking -2. That's 12.
Brutal.
I know. Yeah.
Wait, you have a -2 to knowledge?
No, he's got weariness.
I got weariness.
Oh.
So I'm so weary. So it's a -2.
Yeah.
Anyways, 12.
12. You're able to read it. You wipe away some of the grime from it. It seems that there's like an algae that's kind of like grown and slickly covered this specifically for some reason. You're unsure why. But as you wipe away the grime of this algae, it says, "A monstrous mark demands its fee, a child's life, the accursed decree."
Well, who's the youngest one? Who's the youngest one here?
Why do
Zill
you
just
ask, Thornton?
doesn't. Well,
Well, just
No.
raise your hand.
I think
I don't
it's
know.
me.
Zill, come here.
What? Why? What did the tablet say?
And then Thordain whispers in Zill's ear what this says.
A monstrous mark demands its fee, a child's life, the accursed decree.
Zill just kind of takes a few steps away.
What did it say? What? Why are we?
We have to sacrifice a child, is what this says.
Oh.
Do we have to, or is that what this temple was?
Well, tell me right now, Zil. How old are you?
Oh crap! How old is Zil?
He's ageless.
You've been on the road since Zilla's joined the party for about a year.
So 23, I think Zil is.
Will Zil is too old. He is not a child. This is out of luck.
Because I think he was 22 when we started.
There you go.
I think you're
Will, what do you make of this, Luxalia? Do you have any maybe Yuki? Do you have any children in that gloof bag of yours?
Oh, we're not sacrificing children, Thorny.
Yuki looks through her bag.
And she slaps him on the face.
Belvin's
Snap
like,
out of it.
I'll find you a child.
No.
Maybe we could go capture a child.
Okay.
Kakora.
Hey, it was in the mouth of this pagan god. We're done with
Belvin
this.
chimes in, agrees with Thorday. That's what I was gonna say. There's gotta be a Krakora we can get rid of.
Child?
No.
We're killing him anyway.
Maybe those little crawly dudes. You know, the crawly ones.
But looks like
I
how
will
many
if we keep the pillar of light. Shush, all of you.
Well, what do we make of this? King Farron, what do you make of this?
Before
Connor,
that,
if you are not
Yuki,
okay-
you've been spending time walking around and observing. You roll high on your initial
18.
perception check.
18.
Yeah. As you walk around, the thing that you're drawn to more than just the general facade and decorations is the windows. For some reason, again, these are shedding ethereal light, and they all depict a number of scenes that are together. They look kind of like a hodgepodge, but maybe there's some kind of puzzle to put it together. As you look down below each of them to look for a description, you notice that there are missing plates in each of the... Thank you so much, Dylan the Dinosaur, for the follow. What a name. Dylan the Dinosaur, I like it. But, yes, and so that's one thing that you do notice.
And Yuki looks over at the plate that Thordain has in his fingers, and is it like a similar style plate?
Yep. But they're not like exact like puzzle pieces to like be removed. It looks like someone came in with a chisel and chiseled them out, like of the wall, and so they're like all kind of like puzzle piece like parts that you would have to be able to insert a potential correct one. But as you're looking and you're thinking about this, King Farron, as far as like what do you make of this, he chimes in and says, well, to be honest, this is quite disturbing. This creature, from what I can recollect, is well, it's a creature of magic. When magic was first introduced into Everlast from the void, it manifested itself in a giant bat-like creature. There are many types of depictions and descriptions of what this creature is. It's been thousands of years since it's been thought to have existed. But yes, this was a familiar of the Dread King Morphway.
Now we know what it is.
More.
Or sorry. Yes, it is the demonic child of Morphway, the Elven King. Thordain repeats astutely because that's what he does. Well,
That makes me have so many questions.
Zil just kind of looks at it, like,
Thordain looks around, seeing these images. It's okay. You'll come to know one of these days, Thordain says, and he looks at the images on the ground, and he says, from the windows to the walls, till the tablets drip down the walls.
No.
We have to insert this, and so he's going to try to find the right place to insert this plate.
That was okay.
I'm a man of science.
That just happened.
All right, and with
Are
that
you
being
though?
with that being the case, this is generally what we're looking at. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 and 8 windows. So there's 3 on each side, and then 1 at the back. This is the entrance over here, and then 1 at the front over here.
Okay. Is there one that depicts child sacrifice?
Yeah, you can go ahead and investigate. Which windows are you investigating in what order?
Well, Thordain, where is he currently right now in this room?
You guys
Where
are
did you
all
find him
clumped
before?
around the middle
Right here in this area. Okay. Thordain's gonna look at this guy. Sorry, let me broadcast my best. He's gonna look at this guy right here. I guess all of these, if he can. He's looking this way.
All right. So starting from where to where?
Starting, I guess we'll go left to right.
Okay.
Left to right there.
So with this one, Thordain, you gaze upon the moonlit window, and it has a number of colors that are basically cascading through. I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
That's a 10.
10. So in this window, countless people are shown shackled and oppressed. They're led in chains towards a great golden city on a hill. Above them, a bloody red sky casts an eerie glow.
Are there any children in the picture?
Not from what he can tell.
Thordain's like, this isn't the one, but it's kind of terrifying looking at it. He looks at the middle one.
The middle one. He sees that this one is definitely quite different from previous. In this window, the faithful inhabit... actually, no. Make a knowledge skill check for me.
Gosh darn. The faithful inhabit. This one's okay, though. It's a 13. That's better than the other
13. In this window, the faithful inhabitants of the city gather within a sacred chamber, offering prayers for salvation. Above them, celestial beings descend to protect the city from evil forces. However, there are signs of their imminent fall looming, as on their faces they look to be disparaged to a degree. It's hinting at some kind of impending doom.
Interesting. And he'll look at the other one. The one on the right.
Knowledge skill check.
Bam!
Bam.
9 plus 3. 12.
12. The stained glass shows the Elven King's departure, leaving this realm in the hands of Orcish warriors and Elven sentinels. Subservient inhabitants toil under the yoke of their new rulers, while the king's retreating figure signifies his grandeur and responsibilities.
Well, there you go. This is telling a story, Thordain says. I guess this is the start of, what was it? What's his name?
Something new?
Yeah. It feels so right to be here with Morphway. Who? Not Morphway, what's his name? Yeah, Morphway. This seems to be the crowning of Morphway of sorts. I could be completely wrong about that. Or at least him taking a hold. Floridian's gonna look at this guy right here, the big old window on the right-hand side.
This big old window, I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
Gosh darn it, I thought you were gonna forget. I can't keep doing this with a -2. Does someone else want to take over? Oh god, it's a natural 1.
Ooh.
I can take over.
Thordain is just piecing it together in his mind, is what he's doing.
Hey,
Yeah,
Thordain.
natural 1, you're unable to really determine anything.
Yep.
You look like you're having a bit of a
Okay.
headache. You want me to take over?
Okay, hold on. We're doing this.
Okay.
Ridding.
What? Hey, it's been a while since someone's redeemed that. Roll that 16. You get it.
What happens if
Alright,
you get a
let's
16?
see.
It gets inspiration. Everyone does. Or
Mm.
hope.
Hope, come on.
Last time it was used, it worked actually in AME. Oh, that's an 8.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Halfway there.
Carry on, Luxalia. You can take over.
Thordain's not even listening. He's just pondering.
Woo!
Okay, Luxalia, make a knowledge skill check. Are you doing the same window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Am I knowledgeable?
I don't know.
Yes. 16, unnatural.
16.
Ooh.
You see this stained glass as you look upon it. You see what looks to be the grim fate of a mountain city. In itself, there's this mountain, and all around it is water. It's submerged under an unyielding ocean which covers it above. A haunting image of the city's people are there waiting to succumb to the relentless water that seeks to penetrate the city. It depicts the tragic end of a civilization. So it seems like this city is buried under the ocean, and the water's pressing in, attempting to come into the mountain.
Fascinating. Would Luxalia have learned about any of the history of any of this?
Yeah, actually, likely, in like religious aspects, you've probably learned a lot about the Order of Amandalius and the kind of like the flight. Think of this as kind of like the story of like the Exodus, where Alamnia essentially was trying to wipe away like the evil of like the Dark Elves by sending down the basically the waters to flood over the kingdom of Ashalanthil. This being one of those places submerged in the flood.
Okay.
While this is all going on, can Zil take a look around, not necessarily specifically for information, because he's not really understanding what's happening, but for anything related to the void, why maybe he can understand it, and runes.
Runes. Okay. While they're doing that, I'm gonna have you make a focus skill check.
Come on. Ooh. Unnatural 16.
Unnatural 16. You don't see any runes. You also don't see any void speech. This place looks to be somewhat desecrated to a degree, but you are drawn specifically to two small chapels that are on the southern end of this building. It's separated by essentially like a wall up the middle, and there is a chapel to the west, or to the east, and there's a chapel to the west. These seem to be of relative interest. You also have noticed that on either side of the altar, there looks to be basically a small chamber, what looks to be some kind of vesting room as well.
I'm gonna go to those chapels.
Okay. Which one first? Left or east or west?
This one.
You enter. There are no doors that separate the main sanctuary space from the chapel. But as you walk in, you see that there are a number of stone benches that are in a circle, actually, around what looks to be a pedestal. This pedestal is basically a deep dish. And there are wooden cabinets that are around on the outside.
Can I just kind of start looking through everything?
Okay. While you do that, we're going to jump back to Luxalia and the rest of the group. Luxalia, what do you make of that image in the window?
She's like, wow, this is a retelling of the story of how Alamnia wiped out the Dark Elves, and you can see here, and basically like, you know, like Zelda does with the Zonai things at the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom. She just goes through. That was meta. And she just describes what she's seeing here. Did we look at all the windows? Are there two more?
Nope.
Three
four
more.
Four
Four more?
more?
Yep.
Where's the fourth one?
There's
Is it in the
one
middle
here,
there?
here, and here. You've looked at
Oh, I
these
didn't see this
windows.
one.
I see.
Yeah.
So, just to recap, I'm assuming Thordane told us about the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was explaining.
So we got the, like, dark sky one with, like, the cavalry.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
people in chains going towards a light in the distance or something. The middle one.
Okay.
And then this one right here.
That one is the first one. So
that was the first
I
one.
can
What's the
give you
second
the
one?
names of each of the portraits to make it easier. So
Okay. Yeah.
this one, the top left one, is going to be the window of subjugation and bondage.
Okay.
This middle
I like
one is prayers of the fallen Halia. So that's the one where like there's like celestial beings that have come down and whatnot. This one here is going to be the departure. So it's the king is departing, leaving his realms in the hand of orcish warriors and elven sentinels.
Yes, and this king is the bad guy.
From what you can tell,
Corn
most
pop.
likely.
You know, his orcish fiends have rain dipped
He's a bad dude.
knives. It's good.
And then so that one's titled The Departure, and the final window, which you've looked at already, is the Submerged Doom.
Okay. Luxalia will go to the next window.
The one down below.
She'll determine that one.
Okay. Make a knowledge skill check for me.
Bam.
Bam.
11.
11. So in this ominous window, an unsettling icon resembling a bat with a lion's head has replaced the once hallowed symbol of Alomnia. A sacrificial altar bears witness to the darkness that has taken hold, with an innocent child being offered up, a symbol of the king's malevolence.
There we go. There we go.
Wait, is this like stained glass, or has this been like modified?
This is stained glass.
Oh. Well, now Luxalia is like, crap, did I just desecrate a cathedral? Anyway.
The story.
I think, the tablet, she's gonna look... Wait, did Thornton tell me about the tablet?
Yeah. He told everyone. He was telling
okay.
people that we need to sacrifice a child, is what he was saying.
Oh, yeah. Luxalia's gonna ask Thornton for the tablet and look for somewhere where this might fit.
Oh, why, yes, of course. Here you go, Luxalia. Are you looking for the child, too?
No.
You take it and you see where there should be an etched description of like a title or the name or some kind of description of this, and you actually are able to slide this perfectly inside where there is the missing description, and you read out, a monstrous mark demands its fee, a child's life, the accursed decree.
I see. So this is part of the past of the story. Then Alomnia wipes them out. That makes me feel slightly better. She'll look at the next two windows and she will grab King Ferrand and say, King Ferrand, you are a man who knows his history. Perhaps you can join me in determining what these stories mean.
Indeed, I will see what I can do to help. You get hope on your checks.
Should have done this from the start.
Yeah, probably. Why, thank you, my king. Or not my king, but like...
A king.
A king. I'm assuming I'm rolling knowledge again.
Yeah, knowledge.
Okay, 13.
This window portrays the elven king seated on a grand throne, surrounded by subjects bowing in servitude. The chains around their necks symbolize their subjugation, as the king commands absolute authority over them, with an aura of both power and tyranny.
I don't like this king, dude. We'll go to the last window.
There's
two more,
technically, but yes.
Oh. Wait, we've done this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one.
There's a middle one right here.
Yeah, that's the last one, right?
No, right here. There's one technically
right here.
Yeah, there's technically a wall that's here, and then, yeah, so it is there.
My bad. Alright.
Next one. Make a with hope a knowledge skill check.
Okay. Yeah. 11.
The stained glass depicts a harrowing scene of orcish hordes laying siege to a mighty mountain stronghold, while a lurking shadowy figure conceals itself in the background. The orcs' onslaught, orchestrated by the enigmatic demon, threatens to overrun the city.
Is the demon the bat? The big bat, or is it the shadowy figure?
It is a shadowy figure.
Luxalia is gonna look to see if this one is also missing its like placard
All of them
tablet
are.
thing.
Oh.
Yes. Luxalia is gonna turn around and say, "Hey, Belbin, you're not doing anything. Maybe Yuki too. Maybe look around for some other tablets while we try to like figure out what these are. Be productive. Stop. Quit sitting around."
But that takes so much effort.
Yuki will
Technically,
investigate
Zill's already in the process of it.
this area right here.
Zill,
Right
you're
here.
already doing stuff. Oh, that's Belbin. You're right. I keep
Right
forgetting you're
through
playing
here.
Belbin. Max.
Belbin just like looks down
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
he's like looking down at like the broken bat thing, contemplating whether he's gonna take this with him too.
Freaking Belbin.
It is the
okay.
familiar of the.
One last knowledge skill check for me. Looks like
All right.
with hope.
Yeah. That's gonna be 16 unnatural.
Okay. The stained glass window portrays a scene of an elven king standing tall in front of a golden throne, his robes flowing with grace. He holds a gleaming staff triumphantly over a defeated adversary, depicting his a victorious reign. Behind him, a lurking demonic figure that is remained hidden in the shadows.
So we went backwards.
That's confusing.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Have you guys found anything yet?
Zill,
Did
I'm
we
gonna have
find
you
anything?
make a you can either make a focus or a wisdom skill check as you are searching this area. Are there any specific areas that you want to move to not necessarily move to, but that you want to specifically check from the brief description?
I don't know if it really matters because I rolled a nat 1.
You're unable to find much in here.
Great.
Men! They suck at finding things.
Just great.
I don't blame Zill. He's not familiar with any of this, so it's all good.
No.
He doesn't know what he's looking for.
He's
Still-
just gonna keep meandering around, hoping something will, speak to him.
in the same chapel.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's gonna go to the next one.
So you make your
Still,
way.
did you try picking things up and moving them around, looking under things?
What? He just looks at you like, what?
I swear it's probably in that drawer. You just don't see it. It's right in front of you.
I open the drawer. Is there even a drawer to open?
Yeah, there's drawers and stuff to open.
Then I open the drawer.
You open the drawer. There's nothing inside the drawer.
Great.
Men.
What is that supposed to mean, Luxalia?
You're just bad at finding things that are right in front of you.
Can I help you?
Yeah, find stuff.
What is the closest thing that looks like I can pick it up?
In this specific room, as you enter it, this one is more of. It looks like to be the same shape and everything of the other chapel room, but this seems to be more of a not trophy room, but like an icon room. So there's a number of statues and whatnot that some have actually crumbled and have fallen and have broken, almost like knocked over in a rush potentially. But yes, this one doesn't have necessarily like the same like wooden like tables and stuff that were in it that were in the other one.
Wow. Okay.
Make a wisdom or focus skill check for me.
That is another nat one. Oh dear.
Still.
I don't know what you want from me.
Killing us, buddy.
I was just thinking,
No. We don't expect anything at this point.
Ouch.
Classic.
I'm sorry. It's just your dice.
But my
Use
other
different
dice aren't purple.
Oh, okay. Well,
This is
that's
what's
so sad, I
important.
guess.
Have you tried rolling a different purple dice?
I only have one purple D16.
Have you tried buying a new purple D16?
No. Maybe.
So here's my question then.
Yeah.
What did Yuki find? We're just moving on.
Yep. No. So as you look up kind of in this general area, you notice that it's been left relatively untouched. It's one of the cleaner areas that are in this kind of cathedral and church. However, you do notice that there is what looks to be written kind of like underneath one of the there's like a couple like books that like as soon as you touch them they begin, it's basically just like and it like crumbles, but there's like etchings of something that are like written inside basically like this stone tablet, different stone tablet. This doesn't look like it's been like etched out, but it's like part of like a tabletop, but there's like names that have been scrawled there.
Do I know the language?
Do you know let's see here.
I don't know Estria or whatever it's called.
Do you know any Elvish language? Do you know Ludric, Muldok, Estria, or Aluvina? Any of
No,
those?
I know Regalian and Draken and Everspeech.
You cannot read any of these names.
Gosh darn it. Okay. Well, Yuki, I guess, while she notices this, she's like, hey, Thornton, come be useful. And points at the thing for him. But she's going to look for these tablets. She's going to look in the general area. She's going to check if there's any, like, loose floor tiles that maybe are, like, wobbly. She's going to look up at the ceiling, seeing if one got flung up into the ceiling because it floated up in water or something. Because stone does
you're
that.
still up here. At
Real
the
small
altar.
rocks do.
So you're still up
Real
here at the
small
altar.
rocks do. Yeah.
God bless you.
Well, Thordane, he comes over and he begins first and foremost reading these names, and he says that they just look like names. There's probably a total of 40 to 50 names here. However, I'm going to have him make a knowledge skill check. And while you do that, we're going to go on a quick break. I got to use the restroom.
Alright.
So we'll jump to a break screen.
I'll
Think
run
about
an
where
ad.
you
How
want to
does
look
that
and what
sound?
you want to do in the meantime.
I'll run an ad.
I'll think about it.
I want to do. I don't know what I want to do.
I want to use the restroom too.
I apparently want to find things, but I'm unable.
Yeah, you know. You're doing your best, Zill, and that's all you can do. Let me run an ad. Let me run it. Let me run a darn ad.
No, I don't think it wants to.
Yeah, no. It's not easy, that's for sure. Let's see. Bam. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, there's a couple areas we can look, I guess. I mean, Yuki could come and look as well. I'm thinking potentially, because it's pretty clean and there's not a lot loose tiles on the floor, potentially just being wedged in things. I think the one that we found was the easy one, obviously, right? Maybe look to see if there's anything that's out of place. More so than anything. Music's nice. I need to quickly use the restroom.
Okay. They can hear us. They can hear us. Oh my goodness, they can hear us. But yet no one is reacting. Is anybody listening? Hello? I just want to be your friend.
Don't worry, I'm back. Oh no! Dane's gone.
And now I'm gonna disappear for half a second.
Oh
I'll be right back. Like half a second.
I don't think an ad played. Hey guys, an ad's not
Okay,
playing.
I'm
I
back.
tried to make an ad play, but you know, do that way. It's me you're looking for. It's okay.
my
Let's talk
ears
smack
add like
about
a
chat.
foot to
Yeah,
my
let's talk-
height.
Woo!
What?
Who's Chad?
You know.
We're back.
He's who's a dude back in
Oh.
Mongolia.
Yeah, Chad.
Freaking Chad.
Chad the Gold Dragon.
Chad the Gold Draken, who had an issue sharding in public, is what he was.
What?
That'll do it.
I don't remember this.
Sometimes.
Hey, where's Professor Elm? No, Paul.
Uh,
Professor Paul.
he's back in friggin'
Oh,
I
yeah.
should archipelago. Hey, here comes an ad. What the heck?
Oh yeah.
I'll turn that
It
back
doesn't
off.
do it on command.
I guess not. Anyway,
Sad day.
I'll turn it off. It's
Comes
fine.
the end.
I wish I could, but you know.
Specifically, though, Yuki, you
Yeah.
don't see really anything of note. However, make a knowledge skill check for Thordane.
15 minus
Knowledge.
2, 13 plus 3, dirty 16.
Dirty 16. He also
Yeah.
reads just above this, centered on the marble. It says essentially, names of the faithful departed.
These people died here. I'm assuming this is located by the graveyard or close to the graveyard.
What?
Outside the window?
No, not.
Is this like a funeral chapel?
This is just a chapel.
Okay. Well, these are the departed. Any names of interest? Or no, just names.
No, they're just names. I mean, they could be, but none really stand out as like, oh, this was someone who was very significant in history.
All right. Yuki's gonna go try to help Zill because Zill is struggle bussing.
Does Yuki even know what Zilla's looking for?
No, but she's looking for tablets, and so she's gonna help Zill look for tablets.
I don't think anyone knows what Zilla's looking for. I don't think he's told anyone about his.
Zill has never known ever what he's looking for in his life. No,
You
Zill knows.
know, little rude, but also a little true.
Zill, with
He's an
those two
orphan.
natural ones, you've come to realize that the runes and everything that you're looking for, anything that will help with that, is going to be zero help here. You haven't seen any sign of it.
Great.
It's distracted you so much where you've been unable to see really anything else besides looking for that. So it's probably a
Great.
good chance to give up hope on that. Give up the ghost.
Oh no. I just want information. I don't understand who I am.
Maybe we should look in other, like, statues or fixtures.
You should do that, Luxalia. That'd be great.
Okay. Am I
Looks all-
done
Luxalia?
looking at the windows?
Yeah, you're done. Look at that. You can go do whatever you want.
Great. I'll look for some more weird creatures.
Weird creatures.
Like the thing that I destroyed.
Make a wisdom skill check for me.
All right.
To just look to see if there's anything of importance. I'm going to have everybody do that for me. Wisdom skill checks.
Wisdom.
Isn't that one? You guys,
Wisdom.
it's just not going to happen today.
What just happened?
That's a dirty 16 for Thordane and a 11 for Yuki.
Okay.
A dirty 16 for both Belbin and Zill.
Yo, let's go.
Farron,
There we go.
why don't
What
you
just
kill us?
happened?
No, we'll say King Farron's helping you, Luxalia.
Okay.
He's assisting you in your search. He's babysitting.
Woo! Oh, that's way better. 17.
17. Okay. So, we'll start in the order that everything was given to me. Thordane, for some reason, he has this just unfathomable urge. I want to go pray for the dead.
Okay. I see they're not all in the building. I got it. I got it. I thought they were all in the cathedral.
And he begins just walking. And he just walks out the front door.
Thordane, man of prayer.
Yuki, you got a unnatural 16?
No, I got 11.
11? Okay, one of
11.
the things that has taken your attention as you leave this chapel that currently Zill is investigating, you see that there is actually a closed door just to the left of this front altar.
Is it locked?
It is made of wood.
Oh, Yuki's rubbing her hands together.
Are you just gonna go
She's gonna
straight
check the
up
door
and take a
handle
kick?
first and see. No, she's gonna check and see if it's open first.
All right, you do, and it is open.
Okay, perfect. She doesn't have to kick in.
Oh my goodness.
She's gotta look inside.
Perfect.
She's gotta look inside.
You take a look at this this room, and it's a small, basically it's like the equivalent of like a walk-in closet, and
Alright.
all around are basically wardrobes and covers in every direction.
She rifles through them in a respectful way,
Okay, you rifle through them.
but checks them out.
As you begin opening each drawer, there's nothing other than basically just like completely like decayed like cloth and linens and like that kind of stuff are there. However, in basically a tall like giant vestments cabinet, you open it to see what looks to be a skeleton staring straight up at you.
I'm sorry, what?
Yuki's thinking to herself, well, I'm not talking about the linens. I just want to change your life, skeleton. And she's gonna go up to the skeleton and see if he is hiding anything dubious.
If he's hiding anything dubious,
Or
This-
the skeleton's hiding, like in front of anything.
well, the
you know.
skeleton's not hiding anything dubious, but it is holding something in its arms.
Yeah, well, Yuki's gonna kind of like swim up to eye level and be like, "Excuse me, kind sir, you are probably a great elf in real life, and you know what? It is now your time has come to fulfill your duty, and I shall fulfill it." And she takes it from its arms.
She takes the skeleton in her
Talk-
arms.
No.
Like this.
No, she takes the thing that's holding in its
She
arms.
needs some physical touch. You know, she's desperate.
It's holding a hammer and a chisel in its hands, in its arms.
Oh, it's not. They're not things. They're not. a hammer that we can use this. Well, you have fulfilled your purpose. I'm going to use these hammer and this chisel to chisel our way to victory. But I'm assuming you're the one who also made these tablets, if that's the case.
Make a wisdom skill check for me.
She is just confused, is what she is. Oh, that's not bad. That's a 12.
Just off to the
12?
corner of the closet, you see there is a chiseled tablet there.
I see. She's gonna take the chisel and the hammer, even still, because what will happen is if we can't find everything, Thornton can make new depictions of them to insert using the chisel and hammer.
Okay.
But she'll also get the tablet.
Okay. You take the tablet, and it is written in Astria. Upon it, you can't read what it says.
Yep, she's gonna grab it though, knowing that this is what she needs, and she's gonna leave.
Perfect.
She's gonna hold it above her head, victorious, like the round women in wrestling matches, like that.
You
Round
walk out of
2.
the closet.
Fight.
Zill, you got a 17. Is that correct?
I did.
No, natural 16.
Natural 16.
Unnatural 16. Unnatural, sorry.
So Zill, as you continue looking around, you've given up the ghost, but there's plenty to look at. There is actually, in this room of kind of statues and icons, you see that there's what looks to be an old altar that maybe used to be somewhere but has been moved here. And on it, there is basically a statue of the Elven King. And directly on either side of this, on the bottom, basically at the bottom, on either side of this altar, is crumpled statues of fallen Halia, angelic creatures.
No.
And they seem to be in a rubbled mess.
Okay. Can I kind of sift through the rubble?
You do, and pretty easily. They're pretty small pieces, nothing too heavy or anything. But you are able to pull enough rubble away to be able to find a stone tablet is back underneath the altar.
Nice. Nice.
Do you know Istria or
Nope.
Aluvina?
I think it's
or
only
anything like that?
Thornton. I think it's only Thornton and King Farron, dude.
Okay.
Can anybody read this? Anybody?
I used to be able to.
Luxalia.
I used to be able to, but I forgot.
Belbin, he's like, Thordane, he just walked out the front. I think he's feeling wishy-washy about something.
Elves! Except for you, King Farron.
Luxalia, you got a 17?
Yeah.
Okay. The one thing that, so you're looking for like icons or anything that would specifically be set apart, but you, as you wander over, basically right under this wall, you see that there is a placed on the ground as if it had been picked up and placed down, a painting. It seems very old, and there's like like oil paint that has begun to fleck off of it a little bit.
Salt water.
It'll do that, but it's actually relatively preserved considering how old this is. But you take a closer look at it, and it is a picture that is depicting what look to be orc hordes marching and laying siege upon actually a castle off in the distance. It's not the same as the one that's laying siege upon the mountain.
Can I try to determine where this was originally hanging?
Directly above where it currently is placed, as if it was taken up and placed down onto the ground. However, I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
9.
You could do this with hope. King Farron is with you.
Ooh.
It's babysitting. I like it.
He is babysitting.
12.
12. It's pretty horrific seeing this. You can see that the orcs themselves are carrying severed heads on their belts, and they look brutish and very well bred for war. However, you see off in the far kind of like lower right corner, a shadow, basically the shadow of somebody, looking or like over, like stretched out in front from like, and it's pretty small. It would be easy to miss. However, you can see painted in 2 white specks as if eyes, and very, very daintily put 2 black dots in there as if it is a creature itself looking at something.
Oh.
Ah, that's creepy. I guess I'll like hang it back up and try to determine what it's looking at.
Okay. You pick it back up and you hang it, and you can see that it is looking directly in this direction. Over to a pillar standing by the front entrance of the church.
I'll go over there.
You see that there is a statue that is here. The statue itself is of a very demonic-looking figure. It's not like built into the floor or anything. This is something that was crafted and brought to this place. I'm gonna have you make a wisdom or knowledge skill check for me.
All right. With hope?
Yep. King Farron's with you this whole time.
Whoa!
Woo!
12.
12. This statue is quite disturbing, and you feel this overwhelming urge to break it.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I was gonna do that anyway.
How are you gonna do it? How are you gonna do it, Luxalia?
Oh,
Donkey kick.
I'm gonna take my earth staff and use it to balance myself as I donkey kick it.
Make a physical skill check with it. For me.
Yes.
You do not get hope on this roll. King
Dang
Farron is
it!
not assisting you in the destruction of
9.
9. You do crack it directly in half as it
Nice.
Sweet.
as it slides down and falls onto the ground.
Does Yuki
You
see this?
Let's desecrate
You
this
see this
temple.
has been placed perfectly over a small little cutout where perhaps a little cupboard used to be, and there is a tablet there.
Maha!
Does Yuki see the donkey kick?
Make a wisdom skill check.
Sweet.
You probably don't
well, that's
even
a
hear it because of the
Yeah, that's a natural 1.
yeah.
Nice.
Definitely not. You're
4.
embracing the skeleton at the moment.
All the nat ones today.
Oof.
I know, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. King Farron can translate this tablet for you if you wish.
Yeah, do it.
All
King
right.
Farron,
This
what
one
do your
says.
elvish eyes see?
This one says, "In shadows dark, a demon's guise, while the Nas assail the wicked with wicked cries."
The Nas. Of course.
What's a Nas?
It's like a schnoz, but without the shh. You know,
Do we know what the
language
Nas
do you know,
is?
Luxalia?
I know Glyvin, Everspeech, and Alamnic.
Okay, yeah, you don't know what Nas is. This is confusing too.
King Farron, what is a Nas?
He thinks for a moment. You don't know what a Nas is?
Nas.
Yes, Nas.
Nas, really? I don't know.
He
Goodness.
thinks to himself. He's like, okay, sorry.
It's alright. I'm not an elf.
It is the elvish word for fell, like a fell creature.
Oh, makes sense.
I'll never
Makes-
forget that name now. The schnoz.
Oh my goodness.
But without the sh. Ah. Okay, so wait, it's what does it say? The Nas.
In
Make
shadows
fair-
dark, a demon's guise, while the Nas assail with wicked cries.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I don't remember what painting that would go in. Or what
It was
window.
this one, right? This one or this one?
I mean, you could literally at this point just go from stained glass to stained glass and just see if it fits.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, which ones are you going to?
I'll try these two first.
Okay, you make your way over, and this one is very misshapen. It's not gonna fit the one that you have. You make your way
Squares
over
don't fit in triangles.
to this window, and it's closer, but it's not going to fit.
Hmm.
I was wrong.
Oh,
I'm gonna try this big one.
I lied.
Oh.
I think it fits. in
Oh
this
no,
one.
we've been lied to.
It fits
First
in this one.
time's the charm.
You thought it was misshapen. You're just holding it the wrong way.
Oh,
You can't read Elvish.
I understand.
I'm gonna actually place markers on the ones that you've completed.
Okay, cool.
Great.
All right. You've done that one.
Is that a Nas right there?
Nos.
Nah, you've done these.
How about this guy right here?
It's
That
a
not-
lizard. It's a lizard.
Maybe that's the baby that needs to be sacrificed. That's why
It's
you're
a
putting it there.
lizard in crimson.
That's
There's a map we're looking at, guys. That
Yeah,
is not
there
on the
is.
screen.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next, who's doing something?
well,
So
you
currently,
Belbin.
Currently,
Belbin
Zil
rolled
and
well.
Yuki have a tablet to be able to look at.
King Farron, can you help? What does this tablet say, please?
Okay, so you
I
take
can't
the
read
tablet
it.
over to King Farron. Yours, Zil, says he clears his throat and he reads it aloud. Beneath the mount, they pray for grace, with whilst Talia above meet a vile embrace.
Luxalia, do you know what he's talking about?
Wait, say it. What? Something about an embrace. Try the big one here or that one. I
Right here.
forget.
This is the ocean right here.
Yeah.
Flood and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
that
way.
was the praying people one. Yeah.
Zil was
try that
not
one.
here for like any of this.
That's true.
That was the praying people one.
Okay.
All right, you
Try
walk
that one.
over to this direction and you insert it successfully.
Nice.
Yuki.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
my brain is tired.
She trots over like this. She bounds through the water like a rabbit, and then says, "King Farron, I am unfortunately unable to read such things, but I found this next to the embrace of a skeleton. I also found these, the chisel and the hammer."
Says, well done, well done. Let's see what this says. Beneath the ocean's cruel embrace, the mountain realm meets its darkened fate.
I bet that's the big one right here.
Yuki will bound over like a rabbit again and insert the thing.
And you successfully do.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. Only 4 to go.
Belbin rolled well too. He got a natural or a dirty 16, right?
Yeah, he did. Is there any specifically where he wants to go to investigate? So, thus far, Yuki's investigated here, Zilla's investigated here and here. Luxalia investigated here with King Farron. I guess technically this has been investigated too. Where's Belbin going? Is there anything specifically he's trying to look for?
He is. Where is Belbin gonna go? You know? Has anyone gone over here yet?
No. So those are like towards the front doors, but nobody has. But yeah, Belbin can absolutely go there. Go ahead and have him make a wisdom or focus skill check for me.
Got this. I believe in you.
19.
19. He wanders over to kind of seeing Thordane leave, and he peers outside and he sees that Thordane is kind of like kneeling beside some of the graves and like reading like the names of which. But Belbin, his attention is drawn to the statue in the courtyard. There's something that looks off about the statue.
He's just gonna kind of go up to it and go like,
You place your ear on it as you begin knocking, starting kind of from the top and making your way kind of to the bottom. I'm gonna have him make a wisdom skill check for me, or focus, either or.
18.
Ho ho.
As he begins knocking at the top, he notices that it is just stone. However, he makes his way down to the base and there's a boom, boom, as if there is something beneath.
Just kind of leans into it and starts trying to shove it.
Make a physical skill check for me.
Ooh, he real good at that, but it don't matter because I rolled a 2, so 9.
Well, it's because you didn't donkey kick, obviously.
It doesn't
9.
move 1 inch. It doesn't budge at all.
Thordane, come here. There's something somewhere with this. Help, please.
Thordane,
I can help.
Looks over.
Does my judo skills need to be used?
I don't know.
He's a man of mystery, and now he knows he's judo.
Anyways, what's Thordane?
If this is the case, Thordane is going to make the physical skill check. It's going to be with hope with Zil.
Despair. Or not
Zil,
despair.
Belbin.
But I get a -2 to it. Okay, so that is physical, you said?
Physical.
Oh,
Yep.
he's only got a
Let's
plus
get
1.
Physical.
Okay, that's a 12
12.
with hope. Yeah.
You begin to push, and the two, Belbin and Thordane, begin to push as hard as they can, and this statue doesn't move 1 inch.
Nice. Well, maybe Belbin, you need to look for an actual entrance to this. Yes, it's maybe hollow, but we're just knocking against stone, it seems.
Should we? Hello. Can you go here?
What?
That was English.
Should we dig under it?
Or, and Thordane starts sniffing it. He's got a keen nose by being in the woods for as long as he has.
That key
Even
nose is
underwater.
definitely, this is underwater.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Smells like salt water.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's trying to find if there's any difference in current, whether there's like cracks or something of potential, like movement.
Yeah, make a
Movement
wisdom or
from
focus
around?
skill check for me.
All right. That's a 10. A solid 10.
No.
Okay. There's nothing here. Maybe we should dig.
What? Dig. Belbin's gonna start digging.
Like a dog.
All right, I'm gonna have him make a dexterity skill check as he does so.
I'm surprised he's not just trying to break it.
Are there any inscriptions that Thordane
Well, hold
can
on. Does he
read?
have?
There is not.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to see if he's got anything.
I don't
in
think he has anything
his
that can necessarily
inventory.
assist with digging specifically.
Wait, other than he's a dog. Sorry, fox.
He's got
What
claws. I
the
was assuming he was
fuck,
just gonna start
Jay?
digging at the ground with his hands.
Well, see, he is gonna start digging at the ground with his hands, but he's going to use his claws. No. He's going to use his steel knuckles to help him.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
And he
Let me-
rolled an at 16.
For dexterity.
Oh!
Yeah, he just goes
Yeah.
boom, and he moves all of the sand kind of dust layer like out underneath and billows up around, and it's still very sooty out here. You dig down about an inch, maybe 2, and find that you've come in contact with stone ground. However, you keep digging and you keep uncovering, and you see that actually the stone itself extends in probably a 5-foot-ish wide like path all the way up to the front doors of the cathedral.
He basically just used magma mitts to like.
He just goes along the stone path, just kind of just knocking on it, see if
If it sounds hollow.
sounds hollow.
The path?
Can you then go like pressing, see if there's any release lever or something?
He does so, and there is no release lever.
Thorin, very curious, is just going to donkey kick the statue.
You can make a physical skill check.
Science!
You know, it seems to work for Yuki, so. Physical, that's an 11.
11. He
Yeah.
takes 3 points of impact damage.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well,
He messed up his perfectly coiffed hair.
yeah, I just got a.
He was impacted by that experience.
Wow, how does Yuki do that? That hurt my kneecap.
Thordane,
Yes.
make a wisdom. Make a mind survival check for me.
Survival?
Uh-oh.
Mind survival. Where's mind?
It's the main
Ah,
score.
right there.
for-
Oh, it's got good mind. That is 12 plus 6. Dirty 18, naturally. No, or 18.
He's thinking back to everything that's happening as he watches Belbin just uncover stone.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, maybe I should be more useful, and then immediately he begins to think, oh yes, I was praying in the graveyard, and he wanders back to the graveyard.
Sorry, Belbin, you're on your own. And he's praying. Does he see anything while he's praying? Or does he have
Belbin?
any visions of grandeur?
Make a wisdom skill check.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. Hold up. -2, 13 plus 3. 16. Dirty 16.
Spends about another 15 minutes looking at like the different graves and saying little prayers for each of the people who have passed. However, there's something in particular that catches his attention. Specifically a great tree that has basically erected in the middle of this graveyard, and no leaves or anything on its branches, but it's bare, and it looks very out of place underneath the water here. However, it does look very old.
Thordane is gonna creep up to it, and respectfully, he's gonna be like, "Do you hide any secrets, old fella?" And he'll start caressing the wood, seeing if he can, find any.
As wood
Hole.
elves do. They see a tree
Yeah.
and they're just like, oh, like Yuki with the skeleton.
Everyone
He's
just
look-
needs a little physical touch today.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
looking for holes to insert into. Is what he's doing.
Mhm.
No, get your mind out of the door. To see if there's like any hollows where he can pull. There's a tablet inside.
Make a dexterity skill check for me.
Get your minds out of the gutter.
What a naughty tree.
I know. That is what kind of skill check?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Hey, it says family
good.
friendly on this stream.
It is.
Your
Yeah,
head, you
that's
gotta
a
go-
15.
15. As he's feeling up this tree to see if there's any holes or anything, I don't know what else to say. See if there's anything.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
You make your way down. You make your way down to the base of it, and you see that there are the roots itself have begun to kind of be unearthed as with time. It is a mass of tangled roots, and within the roots there is a tablet.
He grabs it and reads it.
He can't grab it. It is very well constrained within the.
He donkey kicks the roots.
Make a physical skill check.
Oh gosh.
Why does it have to be physical?
Yes.
He's not very physical. That's a 7.
7. You are able to hear a small crack, but you take another 2 points of impact damage.
Well,
Hey,
he'll try to yank him away.
remember his sword that talks to
Oh, the
him.
Gladys. The Gladys. Yes. He's like, oh, yes. My old friend. And he unsheathes it.
Go ahead, make a weapon
Does
attack.
it say anything to him?
Nope.
Aw.
And what he'll say is, you always tell me that you crave blood. How about the blood of a tree?
Alright, go ahead and make an attack on it. Melee attack. I believe because he doesn't have proficiency, it's at just a +4. Just. But it's a +4.
It's a +4 to hit. Yo, let's go. I was rolling at a +0 the whole time. Nice. +4. So that will be a 10.
10. You're able to slice away enough of it, and immediately Thordain begins to feel a deep sense of rage well up within him. How dare you use me for this? Put me back! Put me back! As he is. Calvinish is not happy.
And he puts it back, and he says to himself, "Well, I hope she doesn't realize that I'm spending all of her money."
What you say?
Read the tablet.
We're just trolling this sword.
Carry the tablet.
Oh, Gladys.
I didn't realize. She's just always watching from her sheet.
What is this?
Scowling.
The fact that you think
We-
this is so funny is the
we-
funny part. I don't know.
We broke Dane.
Classic.
Okay.
What does it say?
Anyways, Thordain reads, and it said, "He leaves his realm, his duties feign. To others, duty shall remain."
Duty.
Gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry. You will go inside and says, "I got the duty." he'll try to find the one. So the duty remain. So that's this one right here, right? I
Alright,
think.
Thordain, you walk
Ugh.
over to this little stained glass, and you're able to put it in easily.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
I don't know why that was so funny.
We're just, yeah. Luxalia is gonna look for other things that are desecrating this sacred space that don't belong.
I mean, other than like what you've seen, it looks to be mostly just a pretty typical cathedral. Most of the like kind of weird looking things, from statues to paintings and stuff, have pretty much been noticed or taken care of. So it's probably not going to lead you in the right direction.
Sweet.
Belbin is going to try to turn the statue or see if any part of it moves.
The statue outside.
Yeah.
Make a physical skill check.
You got this, Bowman.
21.
Yeah.
Oh, as he just like basically like sumo wrestles this thing. He's just like, like trying to turn it in like every direction, lift it, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't move 1 inch.
Okay, well.
But it still sounds hollow.
Secret
The
entrance
base of it
somewhere.
does.
There's... He goes inside. And he's like, Zill, come here. Zill walks out.
What's Zill gonna do? Oh, is he gonna teleport inside of it?
What
No,
you
'cause
doing out there?
my teleport refreshes every day.
And you know what? If
and
he
you have
did,
to
he gets
see.
stuck in there. He gets stuck
You,
in there.
you know, you've mined some things out of rocks before, right? Yeah.
I like this two-sided conversation.
Could you give that talent of yours a crack on this here statue?
Make a charm skill check for me.
Zelda's not very charming. Is this
No, he's not. It's funny because neither is Zell. That's a 10.
10. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you want to.
So Zill walks like, Balvin, are you being serious? When have I ever not been serious with you? Balvin, really? But
It's not
you
like
know.
he's keystering anything.
he's keystering
Not
a
for
whole
lack of
statue.
trying. Tried to keister shark
where-
in last session.
That's
Melvin,
true.
where do you need me to what?
He points to the base of the statue.
So fine. Pulls out his miner's pickaxe
Okay.
and just
Wails on it.
starts
Go
going
ahead
to
and
town.
spend a charge and make a physical skill check for me.
Oh gosh.
I've been working on the rail.
Nat 16. Let's go.
Oh,
Zill, you take your pickaxe, you just go boom, boom, and after 3 chunks, you've noticed that it is doing nothing to this statue. You have no
Calvin.
idea what kind of rock or material this is made
Or-
of until
He's
you
just-
investigate it a little bit closer. This is stone, but underneath is a metal.
Gazelles know what kind of metal.
It looks to be some kind of steel.
Balvin, you just made me dent my pickaxe for steel under this. What are you doing? Give me a minute. He then instead takes out his blacksmithing supplies and just kind of starts tapping on it to see if there's any like
You hear a
seams or weak points.
kind of like a bell, a kind of chime sound. It does seem hollow.
But are there any like he's looking for like seams or weak points or?
Oh yes. Make a dexterity skill check for me.
Okay. Dex, what are you, Mr. Dex? Not terrible. 13.
13. Begin tapping around. No, there doesn't seem to be anything that is weak about this. This looks very purposefully made.
It's a bomb shelter.
Yeah, right. Has anyone investigated the center area right here?
Y'all,
The,
No.
pedestal altar.
Yeah.
Dude, and you're cool.
Well, I guess Yuki will investigate that while they're banging the bell outside.
All right, make as you do so, make a focus skill check for me.
15.
15. As you look upon the surface of this altar, it's again octagonal, but from the center going in 5 directions, you see that there are small little kind of indents, kind of going in all directions, and it kind of cascades down the side of this pillar into what looks to be a very shallow looking basin at the base of this. Like very shallow, probably about an inch, but it slopes down into the basically the base of this octagonal pillar.
Nothing to points anywhere or signifies that it can be, accessed of sorts, or is it just a pillar? Straight up just a pillar.
It's an altar, so it looks like it's been placed here, but it looks like to be built into the foundation of this building too.
Huh. Is there anything on the altar?
Nope. The only things that you've been able to notice thus far have been the bat that was hanging above it, and this simple kind of carved out pattern in the altar.
Is this typical for cathedral chapels in Everlast?
Makeup. Actually, you would probably know this right away, Luxalia. No. Absolutely not.
There's 8 stained glasses, and there's 8 directions for the sucker.
5 directions.
Well, I don't like that that's there because this is unusual. Let's try to either destroy it or see if it's we can turn it or manipulate it in some way.
Should I donkey kick it?
Yeah. I think I'll help.
I like your new confidence. I like your new confidence, Luxalia.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it will go up to it and we'll donkey kick it from different angles.
Make a physical skill check, Yuki, with hope.
Sweet. That's what I like. Okay. It's not bad. That is a 17.
17. You donkey kick it with all of your might, and you can hear an audible crunch as you take a chip out of the side of it. But other than
look at that.
There's nothing, and you take 4 points of impact damage.
But why?
It doesn't feel hollow.
Okay. All right. Is it look like it can be moved of sorts, or is it just there?
No, it is built into the foundation of this.
Okay. Well, that hurt my knee. She's gonna look over here and see if there's any other doors. 'Cause there's a door obviously right here. Are there any that we missed over here?
You wander, Yuki, over in this direction, and you start investigating. There are no doors per se. However, the one thing that does seem to be pervasive is as you look back at this specific stained glass window, I'm gonna have you make a wisdom skill check for me.
It's a 14.
14. Something about this is calling out to you. Maybe perhaps the answer is within the window. In this window, countless people are shown shackled and oppressed, led in chains towards a great golden city on a hill. Above them, a bloody red sky is cast in eerie glow.
She looks up.
Are there any chains lying around?
You look up, Yuki, and you see there are chains hanging from the ceiling, Specifically, ones for a chandelier, and then the ones that were holding the bat.
Oh. Can't you swim up?
You swim up
She'll do
and
that.
you investigate. Make a wisdom skill check.
Oh, sweet. Oof. That's a 9.
You don't see anything in this. This is just a chandelier. However, as you follow the chains up to the roof, you see that there is an intricately woven barnacles and coral that has begun to grow.
Who was that? I'm so sorry. Just go up to the coral.
We've lost Dane again.
I didn't think I was that funny.
I just heard it super softly in the back of my headphones. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she'll just try to peel it away, and
And as you do, you notice that it's slowly moving.
The coral? Or the roof?
Very slowly, like a trail of ants.
Oh, she'll follow. And she'll let them know there's a trail. There's a trail of ants or of coral on the ceiling. She'll follow it.
Smack him!
She's
Or,
following it.
You follow it very slowly. It is moving at a minuscule rate.
It's freaking moving.
Like less than like a millimeter, like a second.
Oh, I like it. All right, let's just follow. I guess. She got lots of time. Zill and Thordane, or Zill and Belbin are having a ball outside.
You
So-
wait.
I don't know if that's what I would call that, but
You
we're
fo-
trying.
You continue to just follow it with your eyes
Oh,
and with your body, I guess. That's it.
just float sideways.
It
Hey,
seems to be
Yuki,
wandering
what
in
are
no
you
particular
doing up
pattern.
there?
Oh. Well, she'll smush one like this.
All right. Make an attack roll against it.
Sweet. What
Not
kind
with
of
a
attack
weapon.
roll?
It's just unarmored, so it's just
Unarmed-
your
armed-
physical, not
Sweet,
physical,
I'm
your
good at
melee,
that.
just melee.
I'm good at that. Melee. Plus 5. 13 plus 5. 18.
18. You squish it and it hurts. It pokes you, but you hear an audible crunch, and this is underwater, and it goes.
Mhm.
It falls down to the floor and it shrivels up, revealing its underbody. However, immediately as you do that, all of the little coral guys start to move around frantically, beginning to form what looks to be a chain that is going down from the scene. You know how like sometimes like ants make like those like like
Yeah.
chains that
Body chains.
yeah, body chains,
Yeah.
as if
Yeah.
trying to like escape you and go down to the ceiling. However, you do notice that there is this clump of them, like a big wad of them, that is moving down the chain as it begins to make its way down to the ground.
She'll donkey kick the chain. Like at the base of like where the clump is.
Okay, go ahead and make a physical skill check.
Physical skill check. That's a 12.
Boom, and you crush them, and it begins to free fall as just
Nice. I
all
like
of them
it.
kerplop, and they immediately scatter. So currently where Yuki is right now, she's like situated kind of like right here, and they scatter and they kerplop, and immediately you see them scatter, and you can see the remnants of what looks to be a tablet, but they frantically go back to it and try to swarm around it to carry it off.
Ah, I see. I see.
Get him!
Look, Solia, do you see such a thing? Sorry, that was Thordane. Not Yuki.
Yeah, did I see all this?
Oh,
occur?
yeah.
Scientific.
Yeah, this is very noticeable.
Indeed.
Cool. I'll try to crush some of these dudes and like clear them away from the tablet.
All right. Is anybody else helping with this? Thordane's back.
Thordain will-
Farron
Thordain-
is.
Thordain
King
is gonna
Farron is there?
judo it away. He's gonna like fight them. He's gonna go like.
I'm gonna have
It
all
is for-
4 of you make either a dexterity check or a physical skill check as you attempt to reclaim this from these.
Barnacles.
Heck.
these
That
these-
is an 11 for Thordain.
5.
That is an 8 for King Farron.
Oh god, the barnacles are stronger than we are.
Hey,
what
man.
was Yuki's?
Yuki didn't do anything. Should she do one?
Yeah,
I mean, she wants to. All right.
the 4 of you are there.
Physical?
Or dexterity, you said, right?
Or dexterity.
That's a 14.
14. You're able
Yeah.
to smash them up just enough as King Farron and who was the other bad one?
Looks all yeah.
Luxalia.
The two of you are having difficulty because every time you try to move it or try to grab it, there's just pokiness everywhere, and it's like small little needles poking at you from every direction. However, Thordain, using his judo skills, apparently, just sweeping them out of the side, and Yuki, you're just stomping through like a T-Rex, just like, just like ugh.
What is that comparison?
Carl!
You're able to reclaim the tablet. Then, as you do so, the rest of them just scatter off to the far corners of the room.
What does Thordain read?
Thordain reads, "Chains of iron, hearts oppressed. To the great city they're brought abreast."
Okay. Yeah, he'll go to the window.
Which one?
To the wall. To the wall. With the chains. There is what he'll do. He'll go to the chained wall. This guy.
He's able to insert it successfully.
Yeah,
We got the last one.
No, we got 2 more, right?
One more.
just
two
one more.
You're
The left circle window.
right here too.
That's not a window though.
That's a window.
It is.
Oh, but it is.
Oh, it is.
Well, maybe we should go investigate since we found all of them in similar locations.
Oh yeah.
Zil-
I'll re-look at these windows.
Zilla's continuing to examine the statue with the new uncovered metal to see if he can find a button, a keyhole, a hinge, anything that would indicate how to.
Focus skill check for me.
No.
You got the Zil.
Just focus.
18.
Yeah.
Focusing.
There is nothing that you can see.
Nothing.
However,
It's gotta be.
you
on
have
the inside.
picked up on a potential trail as you've examined the statue, but you've also looked at the path that perhaps Belvin has uncovered. Chances are, wherever the entrance to this is, it's inside the cathedral.
Nice.
Perceptive.
Luxalia will re-look at these 2. What were the depictions on the windows again?
The depictions on the window. So this one down here is, this window portrays the Elven King seated on a grand throne surrounded by subjects bowing in servitude. The chains around their necks symbolize their subjugation, and the king commands absolute authority over them, with an aura of both power and tyranny.
And the other one, the one on the left.
The stained glass window portrays a scene of an elven king standing tall in front of a golden throne, his robes flowing with grace. He holds a gleaming staff triumphantly over defeated adversary, depicting his victorious reign. Behind him, a lurking demonic figure that remains hidden in the shadows.
Yes.
It's in the shadows.
Can we find any sort of throne or like staff or whatever he had in his hand, something like that?
You search around to look for what looks to be some kind of throne. There isn't any. However, there is a chair that is placed off in the kind of the upper corner here.
Nice.
And as your attention is drawn to this chair, you see that it has a legs that are firmly planted into the ground, as if it was built here for some reason. I'm gonna have you make a wisdom skill check for me, Luxalia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. 14.
These chairs are pretty typical when it comes to prayer, but specifically for having basically the seat can be lifted, and underneath the seat you can store books, specifically prayer books of some kind.
I will look in the storage chair.
You open it up and you find a tablet.
Hey, sick. Woo. King Farrand, I found another. What does it say with your elven eyes?
He looks at it and he sees, kneel before the Lord of Might, subjects bow, bound in fearful sight.
Yeah, I'll put it in the big window or the small window. I don't know, it kind of looks like either. Nice.
And it fits.
They're both
in
very
perfectly.
similar.
They are. Yeah, one has chains around the neck. The other is just glorious, dude.
Yeah.
Is there any shadows under glorious, dude, that we've noticed?
Under glorious suit, no.
Okay.
I want to examine this middle altar area more.
Okay.
There's something up with it.
Make a wisdom or focus skill check for me.
King Farrand, help me.
Zill also wanders over.
Yeah.
Alright, you can make a separate one, Zill. Focus or wisdom.
Yuki will help him.
Alright, you can have
13.
Everyone's just like
Oh, like cavemen knocking on.
That hope was much needed. Nat 16.
Nat
Welcome,
16.
buddy.
Alright, so Luxalia, you you look at like the chipped portion that Yuki was able to chip out of it previously, and this seems to be made of solid marble. It is a very strong substance, and the fact that Yuki was able to kick a chip out of it is pretty miraculous.
Must have had a slight imperfection.
Don't skip leg day.
True.
Leg day hurts.
As you examine
armature of this episode.
basically what's around this, you see that this basin seems to be going into what looks to be slats underneath the statue. It's like small, tiny little slats that it goes. This altar is a blood altar. Basically, whoever sacrificed, the blood drips in the 5 different directions, and it fills this bowl, and then it goes into the slats to be stored for some reason.
Does it look like the slats continue outward?
No, so it just it like goes into the base of this. However,
Is there anything in the
what that
base?
means most likely is this base is accessed somehow to gather the collected blood.
King Farrand, you got any extra water breathing magic?
I don't have water breathing magic to begin with.
What are these hoods?
These are ancient artifacts. This is not magic.
Waffle.
Yes, I want to send Waffle through the tunnel. Do you have
You
it?
can try to make him. The problem is if you try to get him out of your mask, water's going to be flooding into the mask.
I'm aware.
The mouthful of the mouse is getting to Zill. I get it.
Wait!
I do not recommend.
Are these
King
slats
says.
also marble?
They are.
Are they big enough to like? Is the cavity big enough to just like stick my arm down?
No. You can maybe get like your pinky finger through.
Well. There's
I
gotta
just
be
take my
some
pinky
sort of...
finger and go. Doot,
Thordane, you're good at figuring things out.
And Thordane thinks, and he goes through like a Sherlock Holmes type situation in his head, and he's just like, you know, seeing all these images and whatnot. He's like, the janitor would know. The janitor would know. Where would the janitor be?
The closet?
Oh, is there a closet that anyone knows of? And Yuki raises her hand. Yes, there's one with a dead fellow over there. And Thor will be like, oh, yes, the janitor. And he'll go investigate the skeleton. And he'll embrace it in his arms. And he'll be like, poor departed soul. Where is the janitor access to the blood?
Are you the janitor?
Are you the janitor? It's like that scene from Hamlet, like, poor York, I knew him well. It's like that.
Make a wisdom skill check.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 13.
There's something about this that just feels right. However, you see that one of the fingers of the bony hands has been yanked off. And Thordane wonders to himself, was he holding something?
Thordane leaves and he's just like, peculiar. The missing finger of the janitor is the key.
Thordane, you need to take a nap.
Yuki's like, oh, sorry, that might have been me.
What?
I grabbed these, and the chisel and the hammer are here.
Does it look like you could just like grab the slats and like pull them up?
No, probably not.
Okay.
But maybe, and
We've got-
Yuki puts the chisel and donkey kicks the chisel down onto the slat.
The like at the base?
Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, she's gonna try.
All right, make a physical skill check for me.
Lots of
This
donkey
I'm gonna
kicking
say this
today.
one cannot be helped because it's such a like a small.
I mean, it's fine. It worked out. It was a 15 plus 6, 21.
As you boom kick down on it, you take 2 points of impact damage. And the chisel's head completely breaks off from the handle.
Nice.
Well, I'm B. I don't have any idea.
Zill
about
just
this.
looks at Yuki like, that was such a beautiful tool, and you just ruined it.
Well, maybe
Zill.
Zill, you're more of an expert with these.
Make a wisdom skill check for me, Zil.
Oh dear. 7.
You think to yourself, what was I doing earlier in the day when I was lost in thought? There's somewhere that I
All
maybe
alone.
went that I have not returned to. That could
The
be
chapel?
a help. These words
The
are
best
to come
thing-
to the lips of Zil.
Area?
I think we should go to the chapel.
Are we gonna get
Thordane
married?
says, "Do you need to pray again?" I prayed outside, and it led me to a very, discovery of one of these.
I think prayer is the answer, and Luxalia will go to the chapel to pray for guidance.
Zill's gonna go to the chapel to not pray, because that's not his
It's IO.
standard.
So you wander over to this chapel, and you're once again greeted to the room with the stone circular chairs. There are wardrobes and cupboards around the outside, and in the middle there is a basin. For those who are familiar to the Christian faith, it kind of almost looks like a baptismal font to a degree, but there's no water in it because it's just water all around. So
there is water.
It is water in
there
it.
is water in it, but there's water everywhere. So
It's overflowing. It's so full.
yeah.
All the water.
Oh yeah, and there's cupboards and stuff in the back too.
Maybe we should donkey kick it.
Luxalia's praying. Does she get anything? Is
make
Alamnia speaking to her?
Make a piety skill check for me.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty highest 14.
14. You begin to pray, and as you do so, you focus your attentions on guidance. What do you ask
Welcome
of
home,
me? Where
good
do you
hunter.
go? Thank you so much for the raid.
What
I
is
really
it you
appreciate
desire?
some Tabletop down. I
Woo!
appreciate it.
Woo!
But you
Welcome
begin
to
you
the
begin
dungeon.
to think, and you begin to pray and commune with your own thoughts, your prayers with Alomnia. And there's something about this area that you can sense that there used to be a deep spiritual connection here. As you look to all of the shelves, you finally are met with a revelation. Oh! This was the original, essentially, bleeding room. So when there were sacrifices that were to be made, whatever creature was brought in here to sacrifice, it would be bled out into basically the basin, and the blood itself would most likely be removed from the premises. So a bowl should have been sitting here. But there is no bowl inside the basin.
We need to look for a bowl.
Well, maybe we should look in a china shop. Yuki pipes up.
No, BOWL.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, none of that bowl.
Probably find a bowl in a china shop too, though.
Yeah.
That's fair. I guess there's both. Lots of bowl.
Yeah. Well, can we all spread out and look and see if there's any bowls?
Where?
Yeah,
In the chapel?
I mean, we're all spreading out.
yeah.
We're all
Throughout the church or the chapel?
Is there a bowl in the center area?
No, there is not.
okay. In the chapel.
In the chapel, there are a bunch of cupboards that you could potentially look through to find a bowl.
I love how
yeah.
we've gotten to the point in this puzzle where just Fate Weaver is just like, go to the cupboards. Just go to the freaking cupboards.
We look in the cupboards.
Just open everything.
Any bowls in the cupboards?
As you open each cupboard, you can see that there are labels that are written in basically Elvish, the common Elvish tongue, Astria. And as they go, King Ferrand will assist in naming all of these things. And essentially, they are different places where things should be, such as like plates, knives, that kind of. It's not like kitchen stuff, but like stuff like linens, things like that. But there is specifically one that's kind of like a low cupboard, and this one does say bowls. And as you open it, there is a perfectly pristine crystal bowl that is inside of this.
Luxalia takes it and puts it on the bloodletting thing. Pedestal.
And as you do so, you hear a click.
Ooh, yeah.
And immediately on the floor that's around, there is a staircase that winds down into the underneath of the chapel.
Hey, Zil!
Yeah.
Go explore that with Belbin.
Zill climbs
I'll stay
into
here
it.
and pray for your safety.
Zill climbs into it.
You do. You it gets very tight very quick. Zill, even in your armor, it seems like this is a tunnel meant for a child. It seemingly, but you're able to squeeze through. You start to make your way in one direction, and immediately you come to a dead end. However, to your left, there is an opening that you can continue to walk through, or crawl through, essentially.
I keep going.
You keep going. You keep following the passage all the way until the end. You probably, at this point, have moved probably 80 to 100 feet. You are
Let's
immediately
roll.
brought to what looks to be a little bit larger open chamber, one which you can stand up in. And directly sitting on the pedestal in the center of this area is the last tablet.
It's not the hook shot.
Da, 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 da. It should be. You have to
I
erase a ghost man
grab-
for that.
Yeah.
It's not the pig smelling mask.
I grab the tablet and I shimmy on back.
And you do so.
Nice.
Did he have a ghost guide leading him through?
You know, it would be
Shimmy,
pretty
shimmy,
damp
shimmy, shimmy,
down
shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
there.
And then I give said thing to King Farron and or Thordane.
Perfect. And with that, you take it over, or I guess it doesn't matter, but you read out, one of the two of them reads out the description. Behold, a king adored in gold, his scepter strikes the foe so bold.
Nice.
About right.
Oh, this is a good king.
Oh, he's raiding gold. We should have figured.
Oh, I thought
Take
he
it.
was like a bad dude.
You take it over to and I'm assuming you place it in.
Yeah.
Get the honor, Zill.
And
Do it.
fits.
Shoop.
Get ambushed by
What
lizard monsters.
You look at all of the different stained glass, and immediately all of the lights from the stained glass begin to shine directly on this altar up front, the moonlight.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Let's go look at it.
You do so. And it
Yeah.
reveals what looks to be a hidden text. Similar in The Hobbit to like the moon runes. But it is written out on the table.
King Farron / Thordane, what do your elven eyes see?
They look at it, and this is actually written in Aluvina, the
Whoa.
high elf speech. So, Thordane, I don't think he can read it.
Thordane cannot.
But Yuki.
He's too bottom of the barrel elf. He ain't fancy high class.
He could potentially be able to try to pick out what it says. It would require a check. However, King Farron does know Aluvina, so
See, this is why we brought him with us. Otherwise, we'd just be so out of luck.
that's true.
True.
That's true. And essentially, it says written there, and it looks like not super well. And King Farron explains to you, it's like it seems rapidly written, as far as the speech goes. And it says, to unlock what I've hidden beneath, read out the order of the tale.
We know the order. We know the order, right?
Yeah.
It goes here, 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 right? I don't
You
know.
can read out what they all say. You can try it in whatever order you want to see if you can figure it out.
Is the flood the ultimate one, or is the Alamnia smiting the dude, the elven dude smiting the darkness, the ultimate one?
I think that's probably the ultimate one.
Okay. So that's the last one.
Yeah.
Zill, any ideas?
I don't know. I don't know.
King Farron recommends, why don't we try reading all of the descriptions again? Perhaps that can lead us to the truth.
Let's do it.
Which
Can we start in the order of
descriptions do you
the
want to
flood?
start in?
Like this.
Okay, from the
We'll go this way.
from the far one or from the
Wait, maybe we should start here
Hmm.
and go around that way, counterclockwise.
I can't see your mouse.
Maybe we should start here and
Mhm.
go counterclockwise.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we can do that.
All right,
See what
you make your way over to that one down there, and it says, "In shadows dark, a demon's guise, while the gnaws assail with wicked cries."
The schnoz.
The next
I mean, the
one
Nas.
says, so going over to the right, kneel before the Lord of Might, subjects bow, bound in fearful sight. You make your way over to the next one, and it says, a monstrous mark demands its fee, a child's life, the accursed decree.
I see.
And then you make your way over to that one, and it says, beneath the ocean's cruel embrace, the mountain realms meet its darkened fate.
Of course, yes.
Okay, and then the next one that you see says, or the next one that you go to says, he leaves his realm, his duties feign, to others duty shall remain.
I see. Okay.
Then you go over to the next one, which says, beneath the mount they pray for grace, whilst Hala above meet a vile embrace. Halia above. And then finally, this is the last one, right? Second last one? Second last one.
Well, say last one.
Second last one. This one says, chains of iron, hearts oppressed, to the great city they brought abreast.
Okay.
And then finally it says, behold, a king adorned in gold, his scepter strikes the foe so bold.
Okay. So I'm thinking that it starts with the Nas, because that's the start of everything bad, and maybe it goes to the child sacrifice.
Or maybe the child sacrifice leads to the Nas.
That could be the case. And I'm pretty sure though all the prisoners, these two, are after the Nas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luxalia, I'm gonna have you make a focus skill check. This can be with advantage or with hope because of your ability.
Nice. Well, it's nat 16 for a 19.
With your typical understanding of the way that these churches are built, they're built in a very specific way. The altars, the penultimate main altars, are always facing the east, meaning the entry is from the west. Usually when stained glass is made, there's a tale that is being said. It is not willy-nilly just placed.
East to west.
Sorry, west to east. You come in through the west, and you make your way towards the east.
West to east, of course. Of course.
And so typically there's a start and there's an end to a story, and it follows a pattern as such.
So this is the start.
And this is the end. So
Boom, boom, or boom,
zigzags
boom.
between them,
Boom,
perchance.
boom, 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 like this. Boom, 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 like that.
Okay.
So we got
I'm gonna
the
have
king.
you guys decide as a group how you want them to be read.
Yeah. So we got the king, and then the Nas, and then the peoples.
Yeah, go into.
And then the kingship. And
With chains
the
on their necks.
chains.
This is the one with the chains. This is
Yeah.
the people looking up at the mountain crying for help.
Yeah. And they're
Yeah.
in chains, and this guy's ruling with chains.
Yeah.
Ah, so the chains.
So like this.
Yeah, let's zigzag.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Just
that.
go
Like that.
Bam, bam, bam,
All right,
bam,
you guys
bam,
are doing
bam.
different things. Are you doing
Oh.
here, or are you going here?
Here, right? Because the Nas.
Yeah.
The Nas put the people in the chains. Right?
In there,
Like that. Like that.
in
And
there,
then this. Then this.
then across, yep. Then down there.
And then right here. Then right here.
Up, yeah.
So you read them in this specific order. First and foremost, who wants to be the one to read? I'll read it for you. But...
Oh,
Luxalia, obviously.
King Farron, because I can't read Elvish.
King Farron says, "Behold, a king adored in gold. His scepter strikes the foe so bold." And then the next one. "In shadows dark a demon's guise, while the gnaws assail with wicked cries." And then across the way. "Chains of iron, hearts oppressed, to the great city they're brought abreast." And then to the next one. "Kneel before the Lord of Might, subjects bow, bound in fearful sight." And then the next one is, "In shadows dark a demon's guise, while the oh, I already said that. Oh god, I'm lost.
It's
beneath
the one
beneath
with
the mount they pray for grace, with Hala above a vile embrace." And then the next one is, "He leaves his realm, his duties feign, to others duty shall remain." And then the next one is, "A monstrous mark demands its fee, a child's life a cursed decree." And then finally, I reversed those ones. So reverse those last two. And then the final one, "Beneath the ocean's cruel embrace, a mountain realm meets its darkened fate." Nothing happens.
Nice.
Other way?
Yeah. So we're going here,
Boom, boom,
here,
boom.
here.
Okay.
Bam!
King Farron clears his throat and reads again. "Behold a king adored in gold, his scepter strikes the foe so bold." And then he goes on to the next one. "Chains of iron, hearts oppressed, to the great city they're brought abreast." The next one he says, "In shadows dark a demon's guise, while the gnaws assail with wicked cries." And then the next one, "Beneath the mount they pray for grace, was Halia above meet a vile embrace." And then the next one, "Kneel before the Lord of Might, subjects bow, bound in fearful sight." And then the next one, "He leaves his realm, his duties feign, to others duty shall remain." And then the next one, "A monstrous mark demands its fee, a child's life the accursed decree." And then the last one, "Beneath the ocean's cruel embrace, the mountain realm meets its darkened fate."
I think it's like this. One,
As he
two,
reads
three.
it out, that was perfect. The Jackal Gaming, that was perfect. The da 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 da. As immediately the pillar in the center begins to rise up. There we go. Tabletop down. There we go. More. As you have figured out the puzzle, so essentially, it begins to go up, and the slats reveal just a probably about like a 1 foot high kind of like gap in the kind of like this mechanism where people could go down and collect whatever blood was done in there. As you investigate and you go down to peer inside, you see that while this seemed originally built inside the edifice of this is a newer creation. This has been altered to be like this. However, inside is a key shard.
Hey!
Woo!
Took us 3 hours. We did it though.
You reach down and you pull it out to have another one to add to your collection. And with that
One left.
being the case, I can go ahead and explain. Thank you so much, numerousness, for following. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. But let me explain really quickly the reasons for things being the way that they are and the kind of like the history behind it. The Elven King's Triumph, number 1. This is a window signifying the downthrow of the first king of Ashalinthil.
Quick question, Cock. Would you be able to show this to the people on screen, or is that impossible to do?
I could do that.
What we've been looking at.
No, I can't.
Impossible.
Just rearrange.
Oh no. I'm gone.
Ah!
Shy a surprise. Alright. So this is kind of what everybody's been looking at this the entirety of this time. Yuki, Zil, and Luxalia. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
I like
okay.
it.
For now, that's what we're doing. So in this first window, all the way to the west here, this is the one
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Sorry.
No one wanted to look at us anyway.
I was trying to move the people, not us.
Yeah, don't
and
worry
I
about it.
failed.
Oh, I can't even move you guys now. Oh.
I failed.
I got it. Don't worry. No, I can't.
Whoa! What's happening?
There you Okay.
This is what happens when I try to be helpful. Oh man.
Whoa! Oh,
Okay. So you get the window here. In this first one, it is the very first king of Ashalanthil. He was stricken down by a Morphway, who it was his counselor, and that is him as the new elven king standing on the throne, striking down the old king. The second is subjugation and bondage. This is the tale of how Morphway started taking over the kingdom of, or spreading the kingdom of Ashalanthil and enslaving all the people there, all brought to the Golden City, which is the city of Ashalanthil. The next one is siege and lurking darkness, which is the essentially the orcs and the elves laying siege upon the mountain stronghold where you guys are. And then it's the prayers of the fallen Halia. During the siege, they're praying for divine intervention to be saved, but it was to no avail. And the number 5 one is the throne of subservience. So basically, Morphway comes in and basically subjugates everybody that's within there and basically turns it into another one of his basically townships that are there. And then it's his departure. After he's established there, he sets up a new ruler, and he leaves to go back to Ashalanthil or to do his other duties, while leaving the others in his wake to be able to rule. And then you have the tablet of sacrifice, so that one down there with they basically, the orcs and the elves have made their way into the city and have basically kicked out the old rule of Alomnia and have essentially done void worship, which includes child sacrifice. And because of that, and like the spreading of this vileness, it leads to this last one where in order to dispel all of the evil, Alomnia floods the land of Ashalanthil inside, and with that it is built, meaning most of these windows, most especially including this last one, were probably crafted and created during the flooding period before the waters actually breached the mountain. Meaning, whoever was here, the janitor.
Oh yes, that we embraced.
Was the crafter of this and was the one who to tell their tale before it basically all went to ruin.
Michelangelo, as it were.
Yes.
There
like
you go.
It.
So there's a story. There's a rhyme and reason to that.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
We're learning history lessons and doing stuff. Oh, well, what were we close to again? We were close to the Coliseum and
the Strange Building.
What's closer?
I think we should do the Strange Building last, since that's closest to our final destination.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Let's do it.
Do you take your fin and do you start moving in that general direction?
Yeah.
As you made your way out, the king that is sitting on his throne, the statue that Zil was underneath to claim the was it the last tablet? The last tablet. In his scepter, there is a guiding stone that has been lit.
Wow.
Let's go.
You peek up above the soot layer, putting the fin up as you begin making your way off in the direction towards the Coliseum, and that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good session. I laughed so much.
I know,
So
and for
funny.
some, there's a couple of things that I'm just like,
I don't know.
I'm glad
sorry.
you were able to have a jolly good time
I
during
was in a
that.
giggly mood today.
It was just not Bragradesh.
Global
Uh,
Dow.
no. I always forget the name of the sword.
Calvinish.
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 Calvinish. Calvinish just gets you, you know?
What did you call her? Gladys? Oh yeah, the
Oh,
Gladys.
Gladys. Freaking Gladys.
Gladys and Chinkty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Freaking
God.
Gladys just being like, man, my money. you, you know?
Well, let's go ahead and as we're thinking about that, it's fresh on the mind. Let's talk about your thoughts on tonight's session. We'll start with Cole, then go to Zill, then finish with Dane.
Nice.
Cole.
Super fun. I love puzzle solving, even though sometimes I'm like, what are we doing, guys? I don't know. But yeah, super fun. Always a joy to do that. It's also nice to kind of take a break from combat, which like it's funny because like before the last 2 sessions we hadn't had combat for like 6 months, so you know like
Before the past like 3 sessions, because it was like back to back
Yeah.
to back battles.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was nice to kind of get back into a puzzle, and do some other dungeony stuff. So I enjoyed
the
it
one
quite a
thing
bit.
I will say that I was a little bit surprised on is I think you guys completed the ice block puzzle faster than this one. I found that the ice block puzzle was easier.
Well, that last one was a doozy, I'll tell you. Whew.
Wait, you thought the ice block puzzle was easier than this?
All you had
And
to
we
do was just
complete-
pass checks to find the. You guys could not pass checks to save your freaking lives when it mattered.
On
And
the
there was a
ice
couple of
block?
things like
Yeah,
I don't know
remember
if
we
you
had
can
to
tell,
keep
but I was
rolling and-
dropping serious hints about things like. And I
That's
wasn't
the
sure if you were just like, I'm gonna ignore that and do this anyways. And I was just like, okay, well, my hints aren't good, I guess.
Wait, are we talking tonight or last time?
Today.
Or on the ice?
The
Tonight?
ice block puzzle, I feel like that one's very logical. You could just go through and figure it out one by one, because as soon as you do something wrong, the whole room resets.
Yeah.
This one, it's like, this doesn't fit into this. It's more of just like, where do I look and where do I find? That was like the big thing. So
Yeah.
that's why, like,
Fair
there were, like, hints that I dropped. It's like the names, of course you're not going to get it, like, the names on the altar. And that's why I was like, Thordain has the urge. These are the names of the dead. Where do I go?
Sure.
Or like I actually really liked the one where like Belbin went over to the front door, like he's like, let me check out this area. That's why I was like asking him, like, go to places to check out, and then it's just like he's looking out the front door, that statue looks fishy, like things like that. I don't know, but anyways, continue. Cole, sorry, don't
No, it was good. I just yeah, it was good. It was fun figuring things out, and like that's kind of the fun of these kind of puzzles too, is it's like sometimes I try to play the line of like, Cole knows that I should start looking for this thing, but Luxalia doesn't. So like, how do I
I'm actually a little
gap?
confused by that. What do you mean, like, Cole knows you should be able to, but Luxalia doesn't?
For example, like when Belbin is outside looking at a statue trying to figure it out, I'm trying to also figure it out as Cole and like try to figure out where the connection is.
Uh-huh.
But Luxalia has no idea what's happening out there. So as a choice, I'm just like, well, I guess I'll keep looking around for other stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
so there's just certain things where it's like, oh, well, Thordain is, or for example, Zill, he checked out that like chapel area or whatever. Luxalia was looking at all the stained glass while he was doing that, so she had no idea that existed. Like, you know, like even though I knew that it was there, I'm like, but Luxalia, like,
I will say
distracted.
this. That's why that really emphasized the importance of like characters talk with each other. Like, I found this. This is what's going on, as opposed to just going off and doing your own things. But also, don't be afraid. It's like, because like these 2 chapels were like quite obvious. That were here. They should have been like they were open. Like they were just like rooms that were there to investigate. Even if you, in any puzzle or anything, even if you feel like, oh, something's been thoroughly investigated, you can go and look, and even like chances are if you roll a pretty high check and it's like, oh, there's nothing here, chances are there's nothing there. I'm not hiding things but behind like a 30 check.
Sure.
Especially if you're trying to progress story like elements of that, usually that's a good sign. It's like, or like for example, where Zill, he rolled natural ones in both of those places, which is a sure. Well, I mean that doesn't tell you anything. There could be stuff in there, but he absolutely didn't find anything inside those places.
Right.
Ah!
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, I rolled my handful of natural ones too. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
I'm telling you, like the bad checks I think are what made it more. I thought the hardest part of the puzzle was like finding out like the correct order for things to go in.
Yeah.
Which is why I had that last like hint, which like Luxalia would know like what a religious building looks like. Usually there's like a story that progresses from east to or from west to east.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, but it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Zill,
So.
Max, what were your thoughts?
You know, this session was a little bit harder, mainly just because it's been a long week and I was tired, so I didn't have
Get
the
that.
brain power
I get that.
to really process through a lot of the puzzles.
I liked the
And then it-
monologuing between Belbin and Zill played by you. That must be what
And
it's
then
like to see me as a DM go. It's just like he's just having a
Sometimes-
conversation with himself.
Sometimes, yeah. But then it was also tough because it's like Zill doesn't know what to do in this kind of building. Like, this is just not something he's ever really been used to or done. So he's like, well, it's supposed to be good. It's been bad. I have this weird connection of something that should be bad but keeps me good. So maybe there's something here.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't. But like that was just kind of his thought process. I don't play Belbin enough to be consistent with him, so I'm just like, I don't know.
Belbin, what we know about him is he's chaotic. We don't know what he's going to do, which means you can do whatever you want with him. Because
So, yes, he wrestled the statue. So I'm like, sure, why not? Let's wrestle the statue. But no, don't have a ton of thoughts. It was, yeah, a puzzle session after a very tired day was just tough, but it was still really good.
it was
Even though I personally was having a harder time actually, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
I get that. For
So
sure.
overall, great. Zill just maybe was less useful than normal. And when he tried to be useful, the dice was like, no, you're not useful tonight. I'm like, okay.
That just happens.
Question, actually, what were the different ways to like open the door more or to get in?
Just pulling it open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically,
I tell
it
ya.
was a heavy door, but the reason that it was like kind of stuck the way it is because of the sediment that built up on both sides. So if you just
Yeah.
brushed the sediment away, like it just opened the door.
Nice.
That's too easy though.
You know how it's like you're
Cool.
trying to like if you have like a doormat that's a little bit too tall for like the door,
Yeah.
it's just like this
Yeah.
is not opening, and it's just like you just move the
Yeah.
doormat, it just opens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's it.
Cool.
Which is
Great.
why
What
like
if
the
we had,
donkey
like-
kicking worked. That's why the pulling like worked, like but like very little by little.
What if we had like broken one of the windows to get in?
That would have been freaking rough. You would have been able to like piece the pieces back together, baby.
Cool.
Or just process of elimination of where a tablet's
Yeah.
supposed to go.
Fair enough.
Let's break the windows.
I'm glad. I'm
I
not
wanted to
glad
emphasize
Connor
the specialness with the obviously there was a puzzle element to the windows, but like there's like an ethereal moonlight coming through the windows, so it's like, oh, these are important. I need to pay attention to these.
Mhm.
Don't break them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not actually glad, but partially glad Connor wasn't here, because if anyone was gonna break the windows, it would have been him.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
We love you, Connor.
It's okay.
Please
you still
come
did
back.
break the bat statue.
That's true.
That's true.
That was the first.
So that was
thing.
his
That was-
familiar? That was friggin' what's his bucket's familiar? Just
Yeah,
in
Morphway.
statue form? Morphway? Oh my, that thing's
So
horrifying.
Morphe caused magic rather than mana.
Yes.
Am I understanding that correctly?
Yep. Magic is basically like a desecration of mana. So mana is like, it's like magic kind of, but it's like the life force of Alamnia, where magic itself is a creation from the void. And so practicing like magic and witchcraft is like absolutely evil. There's a difference between the two, because mana is like good energy that Alamnia grants people, where basically magic is only seek for the destruction and basically the powers of the void, the powers of Malfish. So they're completely counter to each other. They might have similar effects, but they're completely counter to each other.
Nice.
Interesting. That was kind
Yeah,
of cool to hear.
Luxalia just saw that and was like, "Not in the cathedral. Get out of here."
And the breaking the chains and everything, that was good too. Good stuff.
That was
the whole everything with Malfoy,
Morphway.
whatever.
Morphway.
Morphway. That's what I was listening. That was good lore. That was good lore.
It's important that sometimes you just go into a dungeon, you're like, what's the point of this? And it's like, you know, sometimes your puzzles can give you the lore about like what's happening in the area. So there you go.
I like it.
The more you know, and now you get more insight on like the first stage of Everlast. So
Yeah.
do with that
Nice.
what you will. You can carry that into further adventure. You're like, oh, I know this from when we explored this. Or like maybe you would have had no idea. Like heck, like Zill, you never went to school, but this is your school right now. So now you have an
now
idea
know-
of like
We now know about the Nazra.
the Nas.
That's true.
The
The
Fel,
Nas.
Nas, man.
The
Nas,
Schnoz.
man, I didn't learn anything.
the Nas. And actually, Fel orcs
the
are called
Nas.
Nasrog. So Rog is the word for orc.
Have we fought any of those yet?
No.
I don't think
He's
so.
not fought any orcs yet,
Why is it called Nazrahim?
because he's the Fel Drake.
Oh.
Is he evil?
Oh,
Is he what?
I see.
Is he evil?
Wait, is Nazrahim not the city?
No, Nasrog
no,
is the
the
name
dragon's
of the
name.
dragon in the volcano.
Oh.
We've met his. Well, Yuki and I have met his son.
Smoldron.
That was a fun session.
Smoldron.
What's the city called again?
Flomberge.
Flomberge. We have
no, the one
basically-
we're in right now.
Oh,
Tully,
Talei.
Tully.
Oh.
A Shalanthil. The old name.
Yeah.
Well, not of this
Shalom.
place. This
There we
place isn't a Shalanthil.
Oh, what's this place?
This place was, you have no idea. All you know it is by Talei.
go. Oh.
The
There you go.
golden city that was depicted is Shalanthil. Remember, they went to the golden city, and then whenever they like enslaved people, they took them there, and then that was like his like way of like, I'm subjugating everybody in the kingdom of Shalanthil, like the lands, and then his sights were set upon this place, to which he attacked, and then they were enslaved essentially.
I see.
Yes.
How
Nice.
rude.
Is that it, Max?
Yep.
Dane, finally
Keep
your
my-
thoughts.
Keep mine quick and to the point. I enjoyed it. I mean, I was in a giggly mood, so I just had a lot of fun with the roleplay just in general. I don't know. It's been a long last couple of months, so that was nice. That was good to be able to lay back and laugh a bit. But also just the lore. I mean, that's the thing that I love so much about Everlast is the lore's amazing and it's super deep. And anytime we have the opportunity to learn more about the world, because again, this is a brand new game and the only one who knows the lore right now is you.
And
It's not
don't
released or anything
I'm
yet.
not pretending too that I know completely all the lore. It's completely evolving as like this game goes and the creation of it. There like whether it's like something makes sense or not, I as kind of like the creator, I could be like, I'm amending this. This is going to be a little bit different. But yeah, I'm actually very happy with the lore and how solid it is at this point too. But it's continuing to grow. So
And I think they're difficult enough puzzles, but they're still like doable and they're very entertaining at the very least. It's not just boring by like just like throwing numbers here and there. Like I actually think they're fun puzzles. They actually remind me very much like Zelda puzzles, a lot of these, which I love because those are the kind of puzzles that I enjoy doing. And I mean, I think they're easy enough that they're not that you can do them, but they're difficult enough where it just doesn't take 2 seconds in order to do it. And like some of the ways, like the freaking barnacles on the ceiling with the Carls on the ceiling, yeah, and having to wrestle that away, that's very interesting. And there was just a bunch of different fun ways in which we had to explore. So I really just enjoyed tonight. Again, it was nice, like Cole mentioned, getting away from the combat a little bit. I love the combat. I think it's really fun, especially as a DPS character. But this is also fun because everyone gets to shine in their own way. So it's good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. What about you, Kyle? Fate Weaver.
You've heard my thoughts. It was good. It was fun, and it's fun like coming back to these puzzles that I made months and months ago, and like reminding myself like, oh yeah, like this is cool. Like I've enjoyed this. This is like it gives me a little bit of like extra inspiration going forward for like more like lore stuff. But yeah, no, it's really fun. One of the things that I will add is there's a reason King Farron joins you on these, because if there's a party that's made up of like someone like that literally cannot just read the language, so you have no clue what's happening, that's not fun. But you can also make it where like Thordane reads the majority of it until like the Aluvina stuff comes, and then it's like King Farron has to be there for it. So like he's there. It might seem like he's either overpowered or like compared to you guys, maybe he has a lot of HP, but maybe he sometimes feels a little underpowered compared to the things that you guys can
Does
do.
he have a lot of HP?
Well,
Yeah,
not
I know,
compared to
friggin'
you.
Zill and his wife.
Compared to me, yes.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, he could eat Luxalia and Yuki for breakfast, and Belbin and all of them. Just good. But it's one of those things where he is useful and he does play a key. He fits a key role in the story when things need to be done that the party doesn't have the means to take care of. So he's got everything for the most part that you would potentially need to at least progress story stuff and make it possible to do. So
protect him, don't let him die.
Yeah, that's also a good thing. If the king of Shalinthil, the guy that you're seeking out, that's the holder of the key, dies, then I guess you guys are also the holders of the Earth key and the Sea key. So that's fun.
Don't tell Belbin that. He might make it happen.
True. Nah, he's got a
We're
son.
like the avatar of keys.
Yeah.
True.
Master
You
of
guys have
all
a
four
prince.
keys.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. So basically, this turns into an evil campaign, where it's like now you're hunting down Nalgoric and like all of them to be the master.
God.
Yeah, no good. No good.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Yeah. Let's not. That would not be fun. But no, it was a really fun session. I actually really enjoyed it. You guys, some of like your problem solving. One of the things that I really like too is like it gives me like ideas for the puzzles, because one thing, like I plan out my puzzles before going in and doing this with you guys, but also there's the potential too there where like even if something isn't completely fleshed out, like I like seeing like your guys' ideas and what you're doing. It's like, oh yeah, that could work. Like that makes a lot of sense, where like I try to put myself in the minds of the players when I'm building these puzzles, but yeah, you guys never cease to amaze me. It was like, or like stuff, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, oh, that's really cool. Like I really liked the whole idea with the like skeleton, like the skeleton being like the guy who like crafted like the windows and like all of that, but then like going in is like, we need to talk to the janitor, and I was trying to like have like the point to like the janitor's like the chisel and the hammer. It's like, where would you store something such as this? Oh, a storage closet. And so you go and try to find like a closet to be able to look like where things have their place. I don't know. That was just my thoughts of it. And then I was just like, just go to the place you have.
I thought we had to chisel our way to victory.
Yeah, chisel
I
away.
thought for sure the little altar thing in the middle corresponded to the statue outside.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you moved one, the other would move. I was wrong.
Hey, the
Sorry,
key
Doctor.
fragment was hidden there, so it was you knew that it was important for some reason.
Indeed.
So.
We got there.
You got there. But I think that's gonna be about it. Dane, do you want to talk about the schedule for the week ahead?
Yeah, schedule for the week ahead. So the last stream we have for the week, tomorrow, Saturday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, is more Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I'm intending on finishing the game tomorrow. If we don't finish the game tomorrow, we'll be finishing it on Monday. But the intention is next week to be starting The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time again for the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is Yeah, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna be doing an anniversary stream of that on Sunday. So Sunday, Kyle's gonna be continuing to play Baldur's Gate Mountain Standard Time. Kyle lives in Japan. Those of you who don't know, so it's Monday his time. He'll be playing Baldur's Gate. The schedule will be in our Discord, guys. If you haven't joined our Discord, join our Discord. It's where our schedule is. So the schedule's very well crafted.
Next
The
week,
time
I'll
that
be
you-
streaming an hour later than normal. I usually stream at 8 a.m. JST, but I for the past 3 weeks I've been streaming at 9 a.m. Just because of stuff that's happening here. But this should be the last week that I'm streaming at 9 a.m. So my Monday, Wednesday stream 9 a.m. Not 8.
Also join the Discord, not Datcord.
Discord, not Datcord. Yeah, but no, we're a very active community anyways. We have a bunch of different fun channels to be able to interact with as well. But yeah, also we have just the schedule is corresponding to the time that your computer's set at. So if you're set at East Coast time, it'll be shown in East Coast time. If you're set Mountain Standard Time like I am, it'll be shown in Mountain Standard Time. If it's set in Australian time, it'll be set in Australian time, which is nice. So you can see when we actually stream. We try to keep things pretty consistent. But yeah, we have like multiple different personalities who stream out on this channel. So Kyle streams Sunday Mountain Standard Time. I'll be streaming at 2 p.m. Again, either Pokemon or Legend of Zelda, depending on how far I get in Let's Go Eevee. Tuesday, Kyle will be streaming more Baldur's Gate. Wednesday, Adventures in Middle Earth. It's our other tabletop RPG that we do. And it's a bunch of Australians and Kyle who do it. Kyle is the lore master, but it's based in the world of Lord of the Rings, which is really fun. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings, that's for you. We also do have all those up on YouTube, so you can catch up as well. So if you can't make it, like for me, it's 3 a.m. in the morning in which it is, you can go to YouTube and catch up on those as well. On Wednesday afternoon, Cole will be streaming Fire Emblem Three Houses Golden Deer Route. He is doing a speed run. It's a run with all of the speedy characters essentially. So he's not actually doing a speed run, but he's using only speedy characters or with a certain speed stat, I should say. But it's been really fun, especially as like our new personality. It's just a good old time. And then next Friday, Thursday, I will be playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And then Friday, nothing next week. However, our next Everlast session will be December 15th. That's a Friday for those in the western part of the world. That is that Saturday for those in the eastern part of the world. So the 16th is when that will be. And we have an amazing sponsor, DaiSNACKi, Japanese sweets and luxury treats, free international shipping. It's the best thing you can get without having to travel to Japan. They're a small family business based in Tokyo, Japan. And they, if you mention Forged upon checkout, then you can get tickets for a raffle if you mention your Twitch name. But also it helps us out quite a bit as well. And also you're helping a small family business in Tokyo, Japan as well. And they're awesome. They're a wonderful sponsor. We're very lucky to have them. And yeah, anything else, Cole, Max, Kyle, to add? I think that's all on my end.
That sounds very complete.
Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks for
Thank
stopping
you
by, guys.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will catch you on Monday my time. And yeah, we'll just continue with another wonderful, fun week of streams as normal. But may God bless you all. May Alomnia guide you, and I will see you then. Bye.